Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Puck Drops here. Peter Fifitt, of course. And we've got a good one. We've got two-game matinee. Stream will end up, and a little earlier, we don't have a late night stream because Vancouver does not play tonight. But we've got most of the stream will be Devils and Rangers. The Battle of the Turnpike, my favorite team against my least favorite team, the New Jersey Devils and the New York Rangers. And then we'll have kind of the end of and some of while it goes through into the intermissions. Red Wings and Blue Jackets, the second straight night that those two teams play each other. But it'll be the Devils and the Rangers in a few minutes. These games don't usually start on time because it's Devils, Rangers, all that. So we'll get ready for that.
Hey guys, new phones are here. We switched to Spectrum Mobile so we can mix and match plans and save money.
Nice.
We got to buy the gig plan, so we only pay for what we use. You get the unlimited plan.
Nice.
And so do you.
Nice.
It's great they let you mix plans like that
Mm.
because they understand that everyone is different. We're not clones. Right?
Spectrum Mobile lets you mix and match any plan and save because it's a better way to mobile. Spectrum Mobile.
All right. We will be ready to go soon. Well, we are ready to go. We'll be ready to the game to start.
Madison Square Garden in New York City. We're just about ready.
So they're ready to drop the puck here in Madison Square Garden, New York. The Devils making their first road trip of the night. Not road trip of the night, but first road trip of the season. They head to Madison Square Garden for this game, and then they're going to go to Nassau Coliseum for a few games against the Islanders, which also I'll stream. All Devils games that I can will be streamed. And then a trip to Philadelphia to play against the Flyers. All teams, of course, they will only play in the division, so big rivalries will be had. Mackenzie Blackwood in net for the Devils. On the other side of the net they've got Alexander Georgiev. Remember, the Devils made that trade or that signing for Aaron Dell from the San Jose Sharks. Subban shoots this puck in, and it was a delayed offside as it was. The faceoff was won by the Devils, trying to move this in across, and it's backhanded on away by Bachvist. Bachvist takes a huge hit at the corner by a New York forward. Subban banks it over to the glass, and here comes Miles Wood shooting, and that glove down, and the rebound stuck in front. Score! The Devils score! Travis Zajac, just like that. And it is going to be Zajac with a when the Rangers were changing. And as Wood came through on the one zone, he ripped in this shot, and the Devils. There's the horn. The Devils score. Travis Zajac, the deflection, and that will be a 1-0 lead, just like that. So Zajac 1-0 for New Jersey. Rangers flip it in around and move it over for Hughes. Backhanded off the line, and Simmons lost the edge. There's a penalty coming up against New York. Devils are going to go to a power play here as Damon Severson dangles. Severson still in the zone, and it is touched by New York at the Ranger bench. So the Devils, already up 1-0, are going to go to the power play 62 seconds into the game. So it's Chris Kreider who commits the penalty. And it was a stupid penalty by Kreider on Sharon Govich. And he made that play. That face-off shot in wide. Rangers off the boards. Palmieri shoots at the point position. Got it in the long for Wood in front. Tries to go forward for Zibanejad, short-handed, and it's taken away. Hughes dangling as Subban fell down, and Subban will get back up and carry the puck. PK Subban over to Palmieri. Wood backhands in, and they take a hit at Trouba. The Rangers clear. Over from Subban. New York pushes it in. And it'll be taken away by Palmieri, who backhands over to Hughes. Jack Hughes. These Devils have not lost a game in regulation this season. Remember, though, the year after they made the playoffs, they went undefeated for a few games and then took a plummet. Severson backhands it back in his own zone. Hands off to Nikita Gusev. Pass in front, tried Pavel Zacha, shot in behind. Over to Janssen, back to Severson. Severson plays. Smith tries to pass that in away. It's intercepted by New York and brought in by Lemieux. Son of Claude backhands through off the blue line, and it will be backhanded back in their own end to be taken by Nikita Gusev, who works the defenseman point position. New Jersey forward fell down. I think that was Janssen, and it gets cleared all the way down for Blackwood to play. Not a really great power play for New Jersey, the New Jersey Devils so far, as Ty Smith works around his own net. Thank you for the like, whoever gave it. Over to Subban to the left boards. Controls this puck and backhanded in around. Step on down with it. And Kreider gets out of the box, so it's a killed penalty. Subban flicks it to center. Devils will move up. Pass in front. Pass across. Shot save by Georgiev. And it's the New Jersey fourth line going to work. From Bastian. Gave it on a cross, and moving there is the defenseman Kulikov, who goes down. Kulikov still trying to push this puck in, and he did again, finally taken away by New York. It's the first line for the Rangers versus the fourth line for New Jersey. Panarin, who took a whack at it, never able to go. Here's Kulikov off the left boards. This puck is going to slink all the way down into the Ranger end, but it will not be icing. Puck loose off the boards. And the Rangers try to chase Strome, never able to. Here's Sajak, the goal scorer. Pass into the middle, intercepted, and the Rangers look for some space off the wings. They're unable to go, and it shot all the way down. It'll be icing against New York. Hey, Josh, how are you doing? I know you just came into the stream. It's 1-0 New Jersey. The Devils scored, I want to say, 15 seconds into the period. Travis Sajak, and they just had a failed power play, but they have the puck in the Rangers zone, and they've been dominating. Severson shoots. Remember the last two games of my teams yesterday, the teams went up 1-0 and were holding 1-0 leads into the second period, and then they just dissipated as Georgiev holds the gloves. That means nothing. I will say this. I was thinking this morning and afternoon about the game last night between Vancouver and Calgary, and I realized something that second period, thinking about it back and not watching it, reminded me so much of like, especially the 2015, but also some of the series before of second periods where it just is terrible and it wanes away. And I don't care if fans are not allowed in the playoffs. Out of all of the buildings that the Canucks could play games in the playoffs in the second round in the Canadian division, I am scared so much of Calgary. That team scares me, and playing in the Saddle Dome in the playoffs is it's a challenge, and it's scary for Vancouver. Like Toronto or Edmonton, I wouldn't be so scared of. Zacha at the board spins in behind as the Devils get it into the zone. Back to this game. A back check off the boards, glove down. And the Rangers are, I don't know what they were trying to change, a really bad change. The Rangers are just playing a terrible game right now. There's no fluidity to their games, and the Devils are pouncing on them. Good hit as this comes in behind Blackwood. You may or may not have heard, Josh, but the Devils with Blackwood and Wedgwood did decide to go get a backup. I thought Jimmy Howard, they don't get him. They go sign the former San Jose Shark. For you, Edmonton. Wow, I am not scared at all about playing in that building. Even the 2017 Oilers, I mean, it was still really big, but you won't beat that 06 Oiler home crowd. I am not scared of going in there. Calgary just really, I am really afraid of going in there. The second other stadium, specifically stadium, and also the team would be the Bell Center, because that's, Montreal is always not a great place to play. And I don't know how the Canadians are. I've not watched a full Canadians game as Kreider moves out. And here's Pavel Buchnevich. Buchnevich to the blue line, and he tries to pass that in front, and it would not go. Like, I have not seen a full Canadians game. Only saw about 7 minutes of the 7 to 9 minutes of the Canadians Leafs game. But we'll see a lot of Montreal the next 3 streams for Canadians and Canucks. The final stream, God willing, that is on this channel. So, yeah, that's true. That's fair. I also kind of like Edmonton. And take it away! They've got a partial break. Backhands in front. The Rangers had it forced on the turnover. Shot wide of Blackwood. And you can see the nerves of this New York team. That was Capo Caco. Here's Lindgren. Shot blocked. And kept in there for Trouba. Off the right circle. Rangers looking like they're on a power play, but they're not. Puck came to center, and the former Jet will dangle out. Devils make changes. And now they maintain possession. Moved at center, and then there's a big hit on the way. Hughes with it. Hughes over to Subban. Subban shoots high. And that deflected in front. Here's Gusev. Subban screaming for the puck. Zacha's got it. Zacha off the left line. Goes to Gusev, and it dangled off his stick. Here's Gusev to Subban. Subban shoots a wrister. Deflected wide. Right to the boards off of Zacha, and a big hit by Subban. Working away is Zacha. And here's Gusev. And the Rangers punch it into the New Jersey zone. Try to pass in front. Lemieux. Oh, the stick save by Blackwood. He was wide open. As Strome got knocked down. Brendan Lemieux and Mackenzie Blackwood actually played together in the Ontario Hockey League, as that was pinned on away from where McLeod was. Rangers try to get this puck out. Still have not. Now they will. It'll shoot all the way down and become the second icing against New York. We are about 10 minutes away, guys, I believe, unless that game started at 7 as well. 10 minutes away from puck drop in Hockeytown. Bastian and McLeod change center positions. McLeod out there, and then here come the Rangers try to get this out. I know you don't watch too many Ranger games. There's a player for the New York Rangers that I've watched a lot as being a fan of the division. I know Tommy likes, named Adam Fox. if you've never seen, you probably have seen him play because you love hockey, is that pass in front and McLeod nearly stuffed one in. But if you have not seen Adam Fox, he is the New York Rangers version of Ethan Bear. Hey there. I hope you enjoy Coop King. I hope you enjoy this this stream. We got Devils and Rangers, and I'll ask you this: who's your favorite hockey team? And do you like hockey? And who is your favorite hockey team? We ask that to any new viewers that come into the stream. And here is Wood trying to pin off the boards. Sajak also back there from the backhander. Sajak scored the 1 goal, and that goes past Kulikov over to center. And he turned the puck over. Rangers working with some room. Shot that one, and that was the aforementioned Fox. Wood will go to the boards and will try to stop it, but there will be a icing coming up against the Devils. And Ryan Murray, the former Columbus Blue Jacket, 1 block, 1 shot. He's not scored a goal, but he's been really integral in a couple shifts. Yes, it's now 8 minutes away from puck drop in Detroit. We'll have all those. We'll have all of those Red Wings games. Those Red Wings plays at the intermission. And we'll also do the Red Wings game, the full what we can get after this game is over. And back over for Lemieux, tries to go to Kreider. Kreider moves at center. Here pushing there was Yegor Sharangovich. He scored the winner of the first Devils win of this year against the Bruins. They went 1-1 in that game. Well, they actually went 1-0-1 in that game, losing in a shootout thanks to Brad Marchand. Rangers try to push this around. They trail 1-0. 9:38 to go in the first period. Blackwood behind the net. A good pass off the boards and taken there by Andras Janssen. Janssen off the line. Shot in by Smith high. And it careens off the boards. Janssen pushed, then Zacha back on around. There's a shot. This rifled wide. They try to bank it off of Georgiev on the Madison Square Garden boards, and it could not come to the stick of Gusev. Brett Howden with it for New York. He tries to find Lemieux, and Lemieux, Tennyson, and Smith chase. Tennyson with a hit on Lemieux. Here's Zacha. I do like the grit, though, of Lemieux to go against 2 defensemen. Smith continues to carry with the puck. Tennyson will make a change. Smith will shoot in, and he'll change. Yeah, Josh. Devils still controlling off the boards. Trouba. And there's a good pass by the rookie Lafreniere. Hughes has had a great season so far. Lafreniere not. Now, Hughes had a subpar rookie year, but he's had a really good sophomore year. Over Kulikov, pass over to Panarin. Strome gets decked by Kulikov. Strome gets back into the middle. Panarin, slap shot, save made. Blackwood with 8:06 to go. And the Devils maintain their 1-0 lead. Hi, GDD Games. I believe it's... thank you for stopping my stream again. I know GDD Games, I remember correctly, like Edmonton and Columbus, stay here because at intermission and at the end of the game, if it ends after, if it's still going after the Devils Rangers game is still going, I will broadcast the Columbus Red Wings game because I told you I was a Red Wings fan, so I'll be broadcasting that game as well at intermissions. And when this game is over, if that game still is going on, I will also broadcast that game. So 8:06 to go. 8:06 to go. So we've got that going on. Let's talk about some scoring. Yeah, go Wings. GDD Games. I know you'll be rooting for the Blue Jackets, but Josh's Ravens 8 will be rooting. Him and I will be also rooting for the Red Wings. Capitals 1-0, 11:24 to go in the first period. Game-winning go-ahead goal scored by Lars Eller with assist from TJ Oshie and Richard Panik. The Ottawa Senators have a 1-0 lead at home against Winnipeg. Go-ahead goal scored by Norris, not sure his full name, with assists by Evgeny Dadonov and Derek Batherson. No score with 10:54 left in the first period between Philadelphia and Buffalo after the Flyers demolished the Sabres 6-1 last night. No score in Sunrise between the Panthers and the Blackhawks. Panthers looking for their second straight win of the season, and the Chicago Blackhawks looking for their first win of the season before they take about a 3-day break and get their first home game of the season against Detroit. There was also supposed to be a Carolina – Philadelphia just hopped onto the power play. There's supposed to be a Carolina-Nashville game, but because of worries about COVID, that was suspended, and it will be put at another date. Colorado-Los Angeles will start at 10, and then the only other game they're also not starting is going to be the Red Wings-Blue Jackets game that'll start in about 3 minutes. Yeah, Batherson. I don't know what the funny thing is there. Maybe you could explain it to me. Drake Batherson. Yeah, that's his name. I don't know if there was like an inside joke or something I don't get. I'm gullible and sometimes stupid. It's okay. Panarin off the skate of Sajak, and back at the official scoring table glass is Subban to go shoot it out. Rangers move it off of center, tried to push this one through, taken out by Subban. And New Jersey against the Islanders. I'll have that on Thursday. We'll have the Devils-Islanders game, and right after it ends, Vancouver and Montreal. PK Subban, and then this puck comes over to center. Here's Hughes. Hughes will have one game tomorrow, and that'll be a 10 o'clock start. Vancouver's first home game since the 10th of March, when they beat the Islanders in the shootout. They'll be against Montreal. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Drake's a decent player. Lindgren behind the net with 6:54 left in the first period. Here's Kreider. And Kreider chases Severson behind the net. Rangers down 1-0. If the Devils learned anything from Detroit and Vancouver last night, it's that multiple goal leads can save you. Puck bounced up in the air and taken there by Igor Sharangovich. And taken away by Buchnevich. No penalty called as Severson goes down. Rangers still controlling in their end, in the New Jersey end. Back from Heatle. Gave that one across. Rangers looking for some more room. Heatle tries to get in front. The New York Rangers version of Beauvillier. Pass that in a crowd. Puck is loose. Rangers cannot get on it. Now they hold in control. Off to the left boards. Shot in there. Wide. Here's Heatle. Heatle. Back across, a pass in the middle. And given on a shot that went one off of Blackwood. And kept off the boards. Shot up in the middle. And this puck maintains in the New Jersey end. It's like a New York Rangers power play, but it isn't. Pass to the blue line. Circled there, a shot. Might have been blocked in front. Rangers moving through. They have tired guys out. Holds the pass in front, and there's a shot. Blocked again. Sharangovich will come to center, and that is a much-needed clear for the Devils. Bursting out on the scene is McLeod for New Jersey. Rangers working with their numbers here. 5:06 left in the first period as the Rangers move this around. Devils pushing at space. McLeod tries to go get that. Bastian takes a hit and into the Rangers zone. New York moves this to center. Here is Miller, and he could not get that to go. Good Bastian poke check. 1-0 New Jersey with 14:40 left in the first period. Devils will shoot this through. And this puck poked back again. And it passed over for where McLeod is to carry. McLeod, good pass. Subban off center. This is good passing by the Devils, trying to center one, and that one deflected off at a good hit by Lindgren off the boards. Rangers almost clear, but they don't. Subban fakes the slap shot, and then it's called off the right side. Here's Sajak trying to shoot it in there. Saved by Georgiev, who covers. 4:03 left in the first. It's still 1-0 Devils. Bachfist in front, and the Devils cannot cash in, though. Tillman. 8:20 left in the first period. Still 1-0 Capital. Same goal, same score. 7:22 left in the first, and the Jets have a 6-on-4 right now with a minute left in it, but they're down 2-0 because before that the Senators scored a goal. Chris Tierney from Nikita Zaitsev and Braden Coburn. 8:42 left in the first between Buffalo and Philadelphia. That game is still tied. 6:08 left in the first period. The Panthers have grabbed their first goal in the first period of this season. A goal by Carter Verhaeghe, who had one in the previous game against Chicago, with assists by Alexander Barkov and Anthony Duclair. That line has been dynamite. And that's all that's going on in the NHL right now. Columbus and Detroit has not dropped the puck yet. Well, it's a 6-on-4. I guess I don't even know how that works. Like 2 4-on-4s, then there was another penalty during it. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. And their power play is just about to end. Bring back the Thrashers, ditch the Jets. Wow. Now, since you are an Edmonton Oilers fan, GDD Games, Josh and I were having this conversation earlier. Well, I had the conversation to myself, and I talked to him, and we were talking about, since we're both huge Canucks fans, well, he also likes Calgary, but what team in Canada, if you're to play in the Canadian division, what team and what building, assuming also they bring fans back, would you be most fearful of playing in? So for your Edmonton Oilers, because as Hughes shoots and that's deflected wide, because I said the Saddle Dome for the Flames, and Josh said in Edmonton would be the place he doesn't want to play the most for Vancouver. So if you're the Oilers, there's a big hit off the boards as well as Sharangovich dangles. Where would you not want your team to play? Like, what building would you be scared of the most? 2-on-1 coming up for the Rangers. Shot, that one deflected high and wide. And New York is pushing, probably Montreal. That was my second. Bell Center is crazy. Pass back off the line over for Johnson. And that's Johnson for the Rangers, not Janssen for the Devils. Johnson, a young defenseman who hails from Indianapolis, where their only hockey team is the Indy Fuel. Well, highest is professional. They have other hockey clubs and a good college, but saying not National Hockey League, as the Rangers push it in. There's a shot by Trouba. Save by Blackwood, and the Devils move it to center. There's a flip to the boards. For me, 1, Edmonton 2, Montreal 3, Winnipeg. For me, 1, Calgary 1, Montreal 2, Winnipeg 3. There's a shot, and that circles off. My least would probably have to be Toronto, Ottawa, those teams. There's a shot by Blackwood, and that one careens on him and pushing and shoving to the backboards. 2:22 to go in the first period. 1-0 still, New Jersey. All right. 6:06 left in the first period. 1-0 still, Capitals. 5:55 left in the first. Still 2-0 Ottawa. 14-6 shots on goal for the Senators and the Jets. 7-2 shots on goal for the Caps. So maybe that's the reason why Pittsburgh hasn't gotten into this game. 5:33 left in the first. It's still no score between the Flyers and the Sabres. 5:03 left in the first. 1-0 Florida against Chicago. 7-5 shots on goal. Lowest Ottawa. It's probably me as well, although I'm really not scared of playing in Toronto. And that's still 1-0 there. So no scores have changed right now. Oh, okay. That place is loud, but Montreal especially, but I really picked Calgary because we were streaming the game yesterday, and the history of Vancouver and Calgary is it's so crazy. And specifically in the second period in the playoffs in Calgary, if Vancouver gets behind the 8 ball in the game or the series, it's hell for the Canucks. It is not a fun place to play if you're a Vancouver fan. And especially if they bring fans for the playoffs, that place is going to be a nightmare. But Montreal for sure. The only thing is, you'll build the rivalry in the divisions, but there's still not many problems with Montreal fans and Vancouver fans. But there is, and I know, Josh, I know you like the Flames, but there is hatred between Calgary and Vancouver. Also, Edmonton a little bit. Vancouver and Edmonton, for some reason, even though the Oilers have beaten them in the 80s, never really had that huge rivalry that the Battle of Alberta has, and Vancouver and Calgary has. It is. It really is. I mean, if we can, sometimes they'll play well in Calgary. The last 2 games, not so. Hopefully, they can get off the schneid against Montreal. Few shots by the Rangers, and they're really pushing. The Devils have played well enough, but the Rangers also have been really trying. They found their legs a little bit late in this first period. Panarin, and that shot wide, and it's still controlled off the right circle. A big hit. Pulkkinen tries to take that away, and then it does come out. It came out of the zone. The Rangers try to put it back into a New York stick, and Brendan Smith just realized that is offside. CBG game, Red Wings is on. Okay. I will hop right to that. Once this period is over, I have to get like a cord from my phone, which I'm going to need for the stream. So I'll literally just be gone like 30 seconds right after this period is over. Just 1:40 left in it, and then we'll go right to Detroit. Here's Smith right off the boards. Devils handle this in. Puck controlled over. Bachvist tries to get it out. Cannot. Rangers move in. Puck save made by Blackwood with 1:24 to go. And that was Adam Fox shooting from the boards. Sajak right off the face-off. Rangers win it. Back there, Johnson, a shot. This one went wide. Devils trying to get it out. Smith. Good New York forecheck because the Devils haven't made terrible passes, and that's what's been going here. Here's a shot up high. This one lampooned in front, and there's Sajak, backhander, stolen away. Fox tries to put it in front. Rangers still going away for it, and they cannot convert there. Less than a minute to go in the first period. 1-0 New Jersey. Matt Tennyson and now Bachvist. Bachvist pass. Wood. A shot. Oh, and that went wide. Rangers will move to center with 40 seconds left in the first period. Kreider forces a turnover. And then the pass. Buchnevich cannot handle. Buchnevich shoots blocked. Off the stick of Travis Sajak, who shoots in. Right to center. Rangers back into the Devil zone. And over to Sajak, who shoots by the boards. And it comes over to Jacob Trouba. Truba centering pass. Panarin ran into his own man, but it doesn't matter. A good hit by Sharangovich, and now a hit by Severson. And now the puck comes to center, and the Rangers aren't going to do anything with it. Lindgren is just going to hold, and that's the end of the first period. Devils score early, and that's it. 1-0 thanks to that man, as they show on the screen. Number 19, one of the most, I believe, the longest tenured Devil, Travis Zajac, the only man that was on the 2012 Cup team, still here. It's the end of the first period, and it's 1-0 New Jersey. Do I watch college hockey? I watch a little bit of it, not too much. My favorite is Harvard. And so my rival, you can obviously guess that my rival is Yale. I'd go to Montclair State, but that's Division III, and I've actually not broadcasted, but I wrote articles on their hockey team as well. But it's not D1, so I can like a D1 team. All right, I'll be right back. Just give me. I gotta get this phone. I gotta get the phone cord, and then I will be right back to stream Detroit and Columbus.
Did you know that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need? Just get a quote at libertymutual.com.
Really? I'll check it out. Oh, yeah. I think I might get a quote. Not again. Come on, guys. Do your thing.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the MDX. You're unique. Why can't your bets be too? With parlays on Unibet Sportsbook, you can go to parlays so unique no one else on the planet could have thought of. A parlay that says, today, my confidence level is on the money. Sign up today to get $250 risk-free and get $20 free to bet. To each their own bet. Unibet Sportsbook. Crazy about the odds. At BMW, we didn't make just one SUV. We made the ultimate range of SUVs. Unmatched power, luxury, and performance. BMW X-Range is prepared for any road you travel. No matter who you are, no matter where you're going, no matter what's next, there's an X to take you there. Hurry and release 2021 BMW X3 X-Drive 30i for $399 per month.
Welcome to the New Jersey Lottery first intermission report. Anything can happen in Jersey. Devils leading the Rangers 1-0 after the first 20 minutes of action. We will have highlights for you in just a bit. But first, we want to show you something good that the Devils are doing. Earlier this month, they launched the Devils Youth Foundation. It is all about empowering youth in our community.
All right, I am back. And I am ready for business. They score, Henrique. It's over. Yeah, what an unbelievable moment. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, and the only New Jersey Devils player from that team is Zajac, but he scored a goal. And I believe he scored a goal in that final in this building 8 years ago. No, not 8 years. 9 years ago. Where is... Okay. All right. I am ready to... Oh. I apologize for the not getting right on it. But here we go. Let's get right to the game. Anyway, will anyone got predictions? We usually do predictions. I'm thinking we'll do the predictions at the end of the stream when both games are over. Also, 2-1 late in the first. Caps up by 1 still. I think we usually do predictions now, but we'll try to do predictions at the end of the stream because, I'll be broadcasting games at intermission, during intermission. So we'll do those at the end of the stream. Yeah, we'll do those at the end. Let's get Red Wings game. Here we go.
As you know, in a normal year, we'd be talking about Sweep the Deck or Marty Bedore's MB30 golf tournament.
It certainly worked without their chance.
Unique events where we have
14, 16 to go. Red Wings move it up in their own end and push still from the blue line. Blue Jackets shoot in, and it will be taken by the Filppula, line. Backhanded in off of, I believe it was Lincoln's. Seth Jones, who played so well in that last game, takes it off, and then trying to put it over was Dubois. Riley Nash centers this in front, and Red Wings try to with a good check there, and it will be filed back into the Columbus end. As this puck motor's over for Werenski to shoot it across, and Werenski is by the Columbus bench, but he got hit hard. Bernier shoots it in around. Foligno with it, pass to the slot. Back over to the boards. Controlled still Texier. And then Foligno as this puck bounces. Try to backhand it in through to Kaiser. Gets it out to center. And a shot off the boards. In controlled. Still with possession of the Red Wings, backhanded in. And still move back. Here's the late man coming. Over is looking for Bertuzzi. This pass in behind the Columbus end and back off the boards. Controlled by Stahl. Stahl at his own end. He motors across center. I'm trying to remember the games. I think the second game they could have won, and they played bad. I don't think the first game they were going to win, but that second game they could have won. Cam Atkinson. Perfect pass. Jenner in front of the goal, and that did not go. Red Wings motor on the center, and they've got space, and they've got room, and there's a shot. Oh, fired wide. Red Wings looking for their second win of the season. Columbus also working for their second and their second straight. More Blue Jacket members off the bench, and it went off of Jenner's stick. Here's Anthony Mantha. Looks for a target. Back pass over. Shot blocked. It was Rasmussen who let it go. Jenner shoots the puck in around and taken over by DeKaiser by the left boards. DeKaiser with a hit. And then the puck will come in behind and become an icing against the Red Wings. 11:27 left, still scoreless. The Red Wings scored, I believe, around this mark yesterday against Columbus. Their next goal would come, though, 55 seconds remaining in the game when they were already down by 2 goals. And all of the craziness that erupted with that. Off the boards and controlled by Nick Glendening. Here's Glendening. Looks from the right wall over to the left wall and controlled there. Red Wings still try to motor it around. And Detroit there pushed it back in. Here's Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi in around. Taken over by Jones. And then pass to center by the Red Wing bench. A good check there. And here's Stahl. Stahl backhands in over for Nielsen. Wearing the old number of Hossa. And Stahl shoots back over to Nielsen. Filppula now. Filppula drives back. And got hit off the boards by Columbus, who work in well at the center. Oh, you think I'm better than Jeff Reimer? I envy that you say that. I'm actually going to school to be a professional sports broadcaster, and I love doing this. I'm actually watching the broadcast with one of my favorite broadcasters of all time, Ken Daniels. I'm watching the Fox Sports Detroit there. But yeah, I envy that you think I'm to the level of Jeff Reimer. There's a hit on Larkin as the Red Wings control. Shot off the board. This Lampoon's in front. Red Wings still control. Push there for Nemestikov. He's not scored a goal this season as a Red Wing. Over to Larkin. Back over for Rasmussen. Shoots. And this puck still controlled over by Dylan Larkin. Larkin backs it off. They will go to the former Canuck Stetcher. And this puck bounces out in front, and Larkin still controls at center from the winged wheel. Over to Patrick Nemeth. Nemeth shoots in again over for Larkin. Backed in behind. And the Bjorkstrand in. Toe drag and deflected away. This Red Wing team is turning the puck over less and playing great defensive hockey. Yeah, I love Shorthouse, but I also like that you think I'm better than Shorty. That's also great. Hit by Nemestikov, still jarring around at the boards by the Detroit bench. And are they stopping things here? They are stopping things here as Philip Sedina fell down. I don't know if they're calling this out of play or what they're calling here. But something. And they're going to commercial. So, if you want to now, you know what? I know you could say commercial, but I'd rather, it's just easier. I would rather just do the predictions after both games are done. It's just easier. So both games are commercial now. Capitals just went up by another goal. They're up 3-1 against Pittsburgh.
So we'll go to the defensive side of the puck right now because the Rangers, they started to get some more momentum as the period went on. What did you see there?
Avalanche and Kings, that'll start later. That will be that one game that I think pretty much every game except for that one is going to be done by the time I'm done streaming the Red Wings game. So that'll be just the one game today I'll be able to stream just by myself. We'll just watch by myself. I don't really like either team, and I don't care for either team. So it kind of might be one of those games where just casually like have it on, and I might do some other things while that's on as well because it's just I just don't. Let me see. But I think you said you have a fantasy hockey team, if I remember from the last stream. He has 1 point. He has an assist on the first of Tom Wilson's 2 goals. And right now, the first Tom Wilson goal from Ovechkin is the go-ahead. So he has 1 point. Oh, the Jets scored before the first period ended. Adam Lowry from Neil Pionk and Matt Appleton. Second period just about to start in Philadelphia, and I think it might just be about to start in Madison Square Garden. Still left in the first period, 8:58, and the Blackhawks scored a goal. Also, the second goal by the Panthers was Patrick Hornquist's first of the season as a Florida Panther from Keith Yandel and Aaron Ekblad. How about that? And an unassisted goal by Dominic Kubalik is the one. So the Hornquist goal is the go-ahead. How about that for the game winner?
Your family has a wide range of personalities.
Everything's in intermission right now except the Philadelphia game about to start, the Chicago game, and this game. As we continue in, the Columbus Blue Jackets shooting this in.
You can all ride together.
Move off the left boards and still in the Detroit end.
Call it from Buyer Volkswagen dealer today. Lease the stylish and versatile 2021 Atlas Crossport SE Tech 4 Motion for just $349 a month.
And back through. And this shot finds its way in the Columbus zone right to Elvis Merzlikins with 8:05 to go in the first period. Detroit puts on Nemestikov, Sedina, and Larkin. Interesting. 7-4 shot lead in favor of Columbus, but Detroit has really played better in this game that I've seen so far. But they've both played close as Seth Jones shoots this out. Foligno, good pass off the boards, taken by Bjorkstrand and shot in. Pass up the line. Larkin looks for the puck, has it, goes to Nemestikov. Nemestikov shoots, but he took a hit by Jones. Pass in front, Sedina! Oh, and unable to shoot this past Merzlikins. He had a tremendous save there. When will they reverse retros? Not sure. Not sure. Nemestikov took a hit and back off of Bjorkstrand. I would think for sure the makeup Winter Classics in Lake Tahoe between Vegas, Colorado, Boston, and Philadelphia will definitely have theirs. Larkin shoots, and that glove down by Elvis Merzlikins, right down his crease. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Red Wings had a great chance on Elvis Merzlikins, but that's why he's a great goalie. They might have one of the best 1-2 goalie tandems Columbus does in the National Hockey League. So, not intermission. They're going to commercial there. 32 seconds in the Sajak goal. And that's actually, believe it or not, oh, no, never mind. I misread it. It said Wood and Subban, and I misread it to Blackwood, which would have meant the goalie would have had an assist. But no, Miles Wood, PK Subban, the assists on that goal. 7 shots by New York, 10 shots by the Devils. So they're going to go to one last commercial and then second period at MSG.
Intermission report is presented by the New Jersey Lottery. Anything can happen in Jersey.
I don't agree. They're close. I don't think Elvis Merzlikins is better than Korpisalo. Korpisalo's also Merzlikins gives up a little bit more rebounds. Like Merzlikins is a flair, flashy goalie. When you want that crazy stop, he'll give it to you. But he's still working where he'll still give up some fluky goals and do some of those things. And he's maturing. Where Korpisalo was behind Bobrovsky for so long, Jonas Korpisalo is just a big-time solid goaltender. Like, you could just rely on him. Or like Merzlikins is a more mobile version of Korpisalo that he's going to get that way soon. But he's not there yet. But still, Merzlikins is just a perfect backup. And Columbus, I remember, always had a problem getting those good goalies. Then they made that trade for Bobrovsky, and they were able to get these guys in drafts where they just sat for a long time behind him. And now, and they also have backups in the AHL that are fantastic. So they don't really have a goaltending issue anymore. They don't have to worry about that They don't have to worry about that at all for the next 10 years or something. They don't have to worry about goalies for a long time. Columbus doesn't. Now they have their own issues they got to work on. You don't really need Bobrovsky, really. In fact, I think Bobrovsky leaving kind of helped the Columbus Blue Jackets because you freed up all that cap space, you freed up all that money, and it was time for Korpisalo to be the guy. All right, here we go. We off the Detroit-Columbus game for now. Because the second period is about to start in New York against the Devils and the Rangers. Sajak to face off, and the Rangers win the draw. Jeffrey Kemmerer, I guess, are you a Devils fan? The Devils right now have a 1-0 lead. Miles Wood tries to backhand this in front. Sajak draw pass. There's a shot over, and that one missed as well. Over for Lemieux, and they got it back to Sajak off the boards. Sajak still off of his side. Devils keep in. Subban almost dropped it. Subban shoots up high, and he still keeps in. PK Subban moving it. Pass over to Wood. Miles Wood. Still bumped down. Rangers are running around here. PK Subban, a shot blocked. And the Ranger who blocked it is slow to get to his feet. I think he did subscribe to it yesterday. I told him it was my backup. Do you think the Monsters can win the Calder? They have a decent chance. They're a good team. I think all three of our AHL teams are going to do well this year. That being Utica, that being the Cleveland Monsters, and also Binghamton Devils. Also, there's a shot off the point and swallowed up. Also, I think Detroit's team will do well, and I think the one team that really won't do well, I'm sorry, GDD Games, but that's going to be the Condors. I don't think they're going to have that great of a season. But the three teams that like first favorites, I think Utica, Cleveland, and Binghamton are going to be great. I don't follow that much of the scores, but I kind of follow the playoffs, and I like to know what the prospects are doing. I tell you, that Charlotte team that won a few years ago was absolutely insane. This passed off the wall, back at it in front, Bastion, and now the Rangers move it off the boards. Panarin shoots this through to center. Back over for Strome. Strome in front! Puck loose! Blackwood down! And now he got pushing and shoving, and now he got a Donnybrook! Bastion is holding loose two players. Kukkonen has somebody. Strome is grabbing. Trouba also grabbed where McLeod doesn't have his helmet. And he's screaming at Lafreniere. The big-time guy from the Ontario Hockey League, big-time guy from the Quebec Major Junior. We know that Lafreniere played his hockey in Rimouski, and McLeod played his hockey in Mississauga with the Steelheads, as that's a deflection off of Lindgren into the glove. And then Kukkonen really gets into this. Kukkonen just pushes a little on Jacob Trouba, just grabs Trouba like he's trying to rip his helmet off. And I don't think they're going to call any penalties here. Oh, they're going to call McLeod. They're bringing McLeod here, and Steve Cangelosi, the Devils broadcaster, made a great point. It doesn't matter if it's the Patrick Division, if it's the Atlantic Division, if it's the Metropolitan Division, or if it's the East Division. The Devils and the Rangers are going to fight, and it's going to be a classic. These teams, again, are going to meet here in February 6th, the day before the Super Bowl, and you may have a different setting of me streaming this because I may be in my college dorm. GDD Games, you won't see that, but Josh knows that setting very well, seeing me stream so many times there. But the Devils and the Rangers will meet there again, but they won't meet too many times. But at the end of the regular season, they're going to meet 5 games in a row. I think most of those games will be in New Jersey. Here's Mika Zibanejad. Holds, shoots, save, Blackwood. Cap score, 17 seconds left in the first. Yeah, that was the second Wilson goal. Pass over to center and banked by the New Jersey boards. Here's Artemi Panarin, and they hold over to Fox. Fox, Rangers control off the line. Still 1-0. Devils, but they're killing a penalty for the first time today. Shot that wide, Blackwood score. Kreider tip, and it's 1-1. So the guy that went to the penalty box in the first period is the guy that scores the goal, Chris Kreider, and it's 1-1. So it'll be Kreider early in this period, and the Rangers tie it. So McLeod, after the fight, it's going to cost him. He comes out of the box, but he's not on. They bring the Zaka Gusev Janssen line out there. And back over to Kako, a shot, and it's swallowed up by Blackwood. And they will, off this draw, this still doesn't work for them.
Last 5 minutes, as far as the Rangers are concerned, the first period where the Devils have the majority of play the first half of the first. Now the Rangers tie it up on a power play goal. That's another assisted goal by Chris Kreider to make it 1-1.
And the Devils, Bachvist, right motoring through, tries to go to Wood in the Rangers zone. Rangers will jet back out. Moves there, through to Subban. Subban with a big hit. And here's Kulikov. Gets to center. Over to Bachvist. Over to Wood. And Bachvist as well with a hit. Devils keep in. Tennyson, wrist shot. And that banked off. Edmonton. Edmonton with no doubt. I can't stand that scary Lynx, I think that thing is. Here's Ty Smith, a shot, a Ranger down, swallowed up by Yurgiev, and now the pushing and the shoving. Brendan Smith is yelling. Igor Yurgovich is getting pushed, and nothing comes up with that. 15:55 to the second. I'll tell you this, and this is good for Josh. Josh, I'm not getting rid of Vancouver's mascot. Finn is awesome. Well, Detroit's mascot isn't really a mascot. That's the thing. Detroit's mascot is a problem because it's not a mascot. It's just a giant octopus that gets streamed down from the rafters. Like if it was just a guy in an octopus suit, that would be cool. But it's not. It's not really a mascot. In fact, there's only one team in the league that doesn't have a mascot, and that's the team that gets scored on! 2-1, Jack Hughes, the Devils take the lead. Just like that, a net front scramble. And what do we know about net front scrambles against the Rangers? They usually work. Jack Hughes bests Lafreniere, and it's Ranger medicine. It's Ranger medicine that really stings, doesn't it? Face-off draw from the defenseman, shoot on net. That was the bread and butter. And the years before they started reloading, this hits the post from Smith and just a jam-in play. Yeah, and so Hughes scores. Yeah, the only team in the league that doesn't have a mascot is the New York Rangers, who just are now trailing again. So Jack Hughes, so big time. And this puck will circle its way through. And hold on, I just gotta make one call, so I'll be right back. Oh, actually, didn't need to. I didn't need to make a call. Never mind. I'm back. So they are the only team that doesn't have a mascot, the New York Rangers, and just got scored on again. Yeah, well, that actually, see, the thing there is that's not exactly what I'm talking about. Like, that was a shot on net scramble. The Rangers, the step on goal is a big one against Washington in the playoffs. The Rangers, and this I loved about the New York Rangers, they don't do it a lot anymore, but they do it some. Those New York Rangers would do face-off plays where it wasn't like tic-tac-toe plays, but they would go off of the face-off and they would go to a defenseman, hammer it to the point, and like and then work on rebounds there and then move around just shots on goal. I love those plays. I love that. And the Devils, they just did that. That's what worked. A shot on net, leaky rebound. You could see it rolling, and then when it hit the post, I didn't even see that. And then Hughes just put it in. There's a shot into the middle, which does not go there. As Fox went through, and this will go off the boards. 14:23 left in the second. 2-1 New Jersey now. So the Devils have scored early in both periods. Rangers move at the blue line. Devils still control. Rangers have numbers. Holds behind the line. Trying to tip in. Won't work. There's another shot. And that one went wide as well. Controls off the board. Shot this wide. In and behind. Trying to wrap around. They're going to call penalty against New Jersey, I believe. Yeah, cross-checking against PK Subban. He doesn't like this. 2-1. 13:58 left in the second period. Rangers have a 1-goal lead. Or the Devils have a 1-goal lead. Excuse me. I'm losing my head here. Because his brother, who's awesome. My favorite's Gusev. I love both of the brothers. Jack first for me, but Quinn is awesome. Intermission. Okay, I believe that game is scoreless, if I'm not mistaken, against Detroit. I could be not positive, but I believe it is. Yes, scoreless. 15:09 left in intermission. Penguins on the power play, 1:21 left in it. Down by 2. Now they just went on a 5-on-3, so they can end the penalty with tie game. Yeah, go Capitals. One of my least favorite teams is Pittsburgh. I think we're all agreeing on Capitals as GDD. I know the Caps, the year they won the Cup, they beat you guys in the playoffs, but you're a Columbus fan. You can't like Pittsburgh. So I think we're all rooting for the Caps here today. 2-1 Ottawa. They're on the power play with 14:15 left in the second. 15:06 left in the second. Just still scoreless between Buffalo and Philadelphia. 3-1. Panthers scored another goal, but the Hawks are on the power play. The third goal scored by Carter Verhaeghe. Oh my goodness, this guy is the Bobby Ryan of the Florida Panthers, except he plays on the top line. Bobby Ryan meaning how Bobby Ryan's played in Detroit. Jack Hughes has led 5:08 overtime time on ice in the entire league. And the guy behind him is Anze Kopitar, who's also played 2 games in overtime, as Hughes has. 2 against Boston for Hughes, as that shot went wide and out of play, and 2 against Minnesota for Kopitar. You know, that speaks to Hughes, because Anze Kopitar is a guy that you would want. He's the captain. He's top scorer. He scored 2 overtime goals in the Stanley Cup final. Like, he's overtime, man. We won't, Kings lost both, right. We won't speak of what games those were that he scored in overtime in the final. Panarin motors to center, over to Strome off the left wing, controls back to Strome, and this puck is sent down. The E-block line, Gusev, Janssen, and Zacha, will go to the bench. Here's Fox in the middle. Shot wide. And not sure what AFK got a second. That doesn't matter. Zibanejad off the right circle. And goes over to Zibanejad. Shot wide. Rebound and loose. Rangers looking for one front. Yes, we can talk about that. In front. That hit the post? That hit the post. Rangers just hit the post trying to get a goal there. Zibanejad off the right circle. Backhands in front. Over for Strome. Then for Fox. Fox. Strome. Slap shot. Deflected and stopped by Blackwood. Fox from the line. Fox controlling off the Prudential logo. Shoots high and wide. 25 seconds remaining on the man advantage. New Jersey would love a clear. They're going to get one. All the way down to Georgiev to play. This will be the Rangers' last chance on their power play. Fox pursues and shoots, and Bastian with a good chance to pin this back in. Buchnevich, are the Rangers not even going to get over center before this? They will shoot down, and is this going to become a penalty? Fox went down, or Howden went down for it, and he got tripped up. They won't call a penalty. Right as the power play would have ended, so the power play does end. And here's Severson shooting it in around. Tennyson with a hit. Kulikov, there's a stick down on the ice. And McLeod doesn't go get it because the Devils don't have clear possession. Now he can. Instead, he won't even go get the stick. He'll just get a new one. Stick got swept away by an official. But good hit off the boards by Bastian. And the Devils come away. Here's a 2-on-1. Hughes in alone. Breakaway. Score! Jack Hughes, second of the game. 3-1 Devils. A Trouba shot gets blocked by Hughes, and it was a 2-on-1, but he decided just to make a breakaway and a backhander underneath the legs of Alexander Georgiev. And the Devils get a 2-goal lead, and the second straight goal of the night for Jack Hughes. Hughes in front almost made it 4-1 and a pure hat trick. Jesper Bachvis there, and it's into the New Jersey end. Hughes controlling away with it. He scored 4 goals this year after he scored 4 goals last year. Back on away for Wood. Georgiev, who did not play the first game, that was Shesterkin against the Islanders, shut out the Islanders 4-0. They've been consistent. Here's again a Hughes a chance, and that one fired up high. Hughes has just had 2 chances on the same shift for a hat trick. And I believe he's going to the bench as he talks to Kavan Miller, who just got called up. And Kavan Miller is a big presence and a good player. And he's a rookie. He's making his first, as he's played so much in the OHL, he's making his something known as he's talking right now to goalie on the bench. I don't know if that's Wedgwood or Aaron Dell. I think it's Wedgwood. Oh, I don't even remember that. The E-block line is back out. Gusev, Janssen, and Zaka, but they don't win the draw. Back over for the former Blue Jacket, Murray, and this went on around for Subban. Shot in off the blue line. Rangers controlling, then there's Subban, and a hit made. Passed over for PK Subban off the boards. Back through to Zaka. Here's Subban. Off the boards. Controlled again. Backhands this in front. And here's Subban. Broke his stick and fell down. Broke his stick in 2. It almost was a turnover, but the Devils have had good presence. Huge hit there by the Rangers. Sent a Devil on his back. And the E-block line is back out there. Shot save. Rebound. Zaka in front. Can't control. Smith shoots in. And Zaka tries to pass it to Gusev. And it's intercepted by the Rangers. Gauthier takes a hit. He was the one that made the big check before. He's not the only one. There's a lot of owners that don't want teams to come in and the 32 team that it'll be. Shot, save, Blackwood, rebound on his back. He covers. And there's pushing. Would lose some of their revenue, like lower teams like Florida that gain $1 million revenue so they don't go bankrupt. 9:03 left in the second period, 3-1. So there's a lot of factors as Lemieux and Tennyson are barking at each other. Blackhawks scored another goal. They're now down by 1, 3-2. It's Kubalik again, his second goal. So Kubalik and Verhaeghe's been very good. So the second Verhaeghe goal right now is the go-ahead. We're still scoreless in the second period between Buffalo and Philadelphia. Remember, we had a 1-0 game last night between New York Islanders and the Boston Bruins. Still 2-1 in favor of Ottawa against the Jets. Penguins scored another goal, but the Capitals scored another goal. Jake Gensel cut it to 3-2, and then Yevgeny Kuznetsov made it 4-2. So the second Tom Wilson goal right now is the go-ahead. So I think the Whalers, they weren't robbed by ownership. The Whalers left because they had very low fan attendance in Hartford, and they had a bad arena. And they were going to buy a new arena, and they probably would have stayed when Peter Carmanos bought the team. But the county or the city or something, Hartford didn't want to pay for the arena because it was like taxpayer dollar or something. Now for Atlanta's case, just nobody. The market wasn't that great, and they just never were able to get solid. So the solid ownership. They ended up getting owned by the league, I think, at the end. And then the league sold them to the True North Company. And once True North Company bought them, they're like, we're the True North Company from Winnipeg. We're not keeping them here. We are, we're not keeping them here. We're going to, they're taking them away. They had a trivia. We're going to Winnipeg. They had a trivia question. Interesting thing about the first rookie Devils player in their first goal to come in overtime in their first game, as this is pinched away and played over by Wood. And there's only one other New Jersey Devil that did it, because that was Yegor Saragovich who did that as Vucinovic pushes in, as a shot towed away by Blackwood, and there'll be a penalty coming up. And I'll tell you right now, as this penalty, I believe, is going to be a trip against New Jersey. Yeah, but Damon Severson in the box. So, Damon Severson in the box. Anyway, there's only one other player who had done it in Devils history, and that's John Merrill, the Detroit native, who we'll see when we go to the Red Wings game, who's playing for the Red Wings. New York to the power play as the former Rangers assistant coach, Lindy Ruff, looks on. Yeah, they were robbed by the state. They weren't robbed by the organization. And I wouldn't say Georgia robbed the Thrashers. I think their fail to market well in a non-traditional hockey market didn't help. Although their organization wasn't getting that much money anyway, which is why they weren't able to re-sign guys like Kovalchuk and Hossa, who are just phenomenal players. Pass to the middle. Fox, also that one season where they had a phenomenal year and got swept by these Rangers. Pass in front over the stick of Strome and never went through. Over for Kreider. He scored the lone goal for New York. The Rangers, and Fox spins it over to Panarin. Pass in front, shot, score. Perfect tee-up shot, and the Rangers cut it to 1. Mika Zibanejad is the guy that scores with 7:51 to go in the second, and it's 3-2. It's a shot passing. You know what? That's a perfect shot by Mika Zibanejad. And that's the Rangers They have scored. I thought the best of shots though kind of flipped it a little high, but that's the second goal of the game for the Rangers and the second one in the power play. They're 2-0 in the man advantage, but they haven't scored a goal in the 5-on-5 in this game. He scored a five goal game against Washington last year. He's a tremendous player. Mika Zibanejad. Tommy Bavaro, who Josh knows, well, from me, is a huge Zibanejad fan, believes he should be captain, former Ottawa Senator, as this puck is flicked back to center. But I think the big story here is that the Rangers have not scored on even 5-on-5. Dmitry Kulikov with the puck. Back in again, Rangers move in. Off the right wall. Shot there by Lemieux wide. 7 minutes to go in the second. Rangers have new life, down by a goal. Trouba shoots in front. Blackwood is down and makes the save. Second period, I believe, just about to start between Detroit and Columbus. My friend brought up this talk yesterday about penalties in hockey, and I feel like I have to talk to you about this. All right, ask away. 6:54 to go in the second. Rangers and Devils. 3-1 Ottawa just took another lead. The Senators' third goal scored by Alexander Galchenyuk with assist by Morgan Riley. And not Morgan Riley, Mike Riley and Derek Stepan. New Jersey ices the puck with the Bastion line out. Buffalo's on a power play against Philadelphia right now. They announced the Devils Islanders game at Thursday. I will be live streaming that. And then right after that game is over, Vancouver and the Canadiens. Zibanejad up against McLeod. Clean win by Zibanejad for the Rangers, but not a great wing pass. New York using their speed. Lindgren takes a big hit. Pass to the line. Trouba. Off to the side, off Zibanejad, hit by Tennyson. And back over to Kreider. Pass into the middle. And Bastian off of Fox will shoot this puck in. There's a shot McLeod out, and that won't go. McLeod was in the penalty box the first time where the Rangers scored the goal by Kreider. Pass over, taken by Murray. There's a shot, deflected wide. 3 forwards have scored for the Devils. 2 forwards have scored for the Rangers. So no defenseman goals here tonight. Here comes Panarin, motoring in back. Panarin back off the boards. Fox. And push to center. Here's Panarin, shot off the boards. Panarin with it. Holding. A shot. Save by Blackwood, and he covers. When will you stream Edmonton? I will stream Oilers games if one of two things. Number one, the games are there's one game on TV or 2 games on TV, and one of them includes the Oilers. Or Edmonton, because they're all division games now, Edmonton plays Vancouver. I did 2 Oilers-Vancouver games, my first streams of the season. When they play, they're going to play at some point. Calgary and Vancouver play the most as Edmonton and Vancouver. So we'll see the Oilers and the Canucks later in the season. I don't know when, but we'll see them later in the regular season. So I will definitely be streaming Canucks and Oilers games when they come around. I'm not sure when that is, though. And again, or if there's 1 or 2 games. So that's when that is. Though let's say it's 4-3. Let me look at that just a little bit. 6:34 left in the second. 3-1 Ottawa against Winnipeg. Caps on the power play up by 2 with 6:32 to go in the second. 32 in the second. We went through that. 3-2 Florida, 5:32 to go in the second, and that's that for that. Shots on goal, 15 for Washington, 13 for Pittsburgh, 13 for Winnipeg, 29 for Ottawa. Wow. That's why you still like Hellebuck, because he can do things like that. Just hold the fort. 19 shots for Philadelphia, 20 for Buffalo, 19 shots for Chicago Blackhawks, 15 for Florida.
Well, the Devils have done a great job of being resilient and finding a way to keep the lead, but as we talked about, they have to find a way to stay out of the penalty box. The Rangers are generating a lot of their offense.
5:32 to go in the second. Right after this period ends, we'll head to the second period to Little Caesars Arena for the Red Wings in the Pizza Box and the Columbus Blue Jackets. Scoreless in that second period. And then the final period, of course, for the Rangers and the Devils. The Devils up by a goal. Lindgren and Fox, the two pairing defensemen, talk on the New York bench. Oh, yeah, I'll look at that as soon as I can with the penalty. I'm sorry I didn't get to that. Devils move in. Bachvist shoots off the board. So let's say it's 4-3 with 10 seconds left in the third, and the team that is winning takes a penalty. Okay. I see that. All right, so continue. If they take a penalty, what's the question on that? Sajak Subban shoots. Why? Oh, blocked, actually. Good pass to center. Strome. Taken away. Tried by Wood. And this will go off the blue line. And a high stick by Brendan Smith, which is going to stop play with 4:42 to go. Now, instead of the penalty lasting those 10 seconds and the game over when time expires, reference that they should add time to the game. The game ends when the power play ends. That's cool, but I don't think that. That is kind of cool. Like, that's a cool concept, but I don't think the league would ever agree with that. I don't think the league would ever agree with that because then it's like, oh, well, you managed the puck bad, and then there were ways teams teams could get away with that in certain ways. It's kind of offside call against the Rangers. No, is there a penalty on New York here? Yes. Penalty on Lindgren. Devils to the power play. Up a goal. I agree that would be a cool concept, but I don't agree that would ever fly in the National Hockey League. Yeah, there's a way to make it dirty, and there is also, like if you played the game, if you managed, whoa! Trouba! Jacob Trouba just hit Jack Hughes right by the ear with the stick, and I don't think his teammates saw it. Didn't come after Trouba, and I think the next skirmish they will. New Jersey power play coming up right now. I think that the Oilers are playing a bit better defensively, but they're finding a similar problems as last year, and they've got to find ways to finish games. And they get scoring, they don't get timely scoring. I think they've been good, but they haven't been great. Only one goal in that. Hughes, pass in front, score! It's 4-2, and it's Miles Wood from Hughes. Miles Wood's second point of the night. And his first goal of the night. And that's a 3-point night for Jack Hughes. And the Hughes pass and right off the skate of Wood and into the net, into the post. If it doesn't go off of him and it gets to the net, it's a hat trick. But right through, off the skate. Now. Oh, wow. Puck drop right away. Now, what I was going to say is now I was thinking New York might have wanted to challenge that for a kicking motion, but they don't. It kind of seems like the Oilers have had some of the same problems that they did last year, and that even if they get into the playoffs, they could doom them in the playoffs, even though they know the teams in the playoffs here is there's a pin up by the New Jersey net more than any other team. Like, their grinders scored in the first game, but they weren't able to beat Vancouver. Their top line was dynamite in the second game. They haven't been able to beat a Montreal team, which nobody's been able to figure out. So what do they got? Toronto tomorrow, right? You got the Maple Leafs tomorrow. That's going to be a good test. Trouba shoots off of the goaltender. And there's another shot. Grabbed down by Blackwood and sent all the way down. Sharangovich with a hit. And here's Lindgren. Three straight games that Miles Wood has scored in this game. Rangers move in. Pass to Panarin. Backhander in front. Here's Panarin. Motoring through. Tried to go there. Sharangovich had his stick loosened up. And here's Palmieri. Hughes is on the ice. Hughes gets the pass. Hughes back pass. Over to Janssen. Hughes motors. Pass in front. Shot for Subban. Score! PK Subban drive! 5-2 Devils! Oh, wrong horn. Wrong horn. This is going to be a 4-point night for Jack Hughes. And it's PK Subban's 1-1 Red Wings and Blue Jackets. Okay, goal scored by Jenner and Mantha. Wow, great Mantha. A bomb by PK Subban for his first goal of the year. And it comes against the Rangers. And the Devils take a 3-goal lead. And Coach Quinn, do you want to pull your goalie? Yeah, at this point, you might as well. Are they trying to challenge this? Are the Rangers challenging this for goaltender interference? That's what I would think. They're yelling at something. I think the referees want to challenge. The Rangers want to challenge this for goaltender interference here. An offside is what they're calling. Now, remember, the Devils. The Devils have two birds in the bush here, right? Because the call on the ice is a goal, and the skate. Now, the Rangers did get it from the video coach to say it wasn't Quinn immediately yelling at it for it, and also the new offside rules. So let's see this again. So here's Palmieri. This puck's onside. His skates were a little bit slanted over the blue line, but the puck was also over the blue line. I'm thinking a goal here. I'm saying this is a Devils goal. I think they're going to keep the call. Now, I was wrong, pleasantly wrong, on GDD Games. You remember this, that amazing sequence with Detroit and Columbus last afternoon. But you're still looking at this. To me, this is onside. The Devils went to the goal, so I thought they were going to call a goaltender interference because when Subban shot this, I think Palmieri went right in front of Georgiev. Rangers also kind of want to reverse this to get momentum because down 5-2 wouldn't be good for them. Right, they're about to make this call here. Again, I'm saying good goal. Wow. Offside is the call, and the Devils just called timeout. The Devils just called timeout because Lindy Ruff does not believe this puck is offside. I don't agree with that call, guys. I don't agree with that. His skates are off the puck is on side. That's a bad call. That's a bad call. So the Rangers get the momentum, and they're now only up by 2, not by 3. So Subban does not get his first goal of the year. So only a 3-point night for Hughes. That's fine. Fox tries to shoot this into the middle. And a pass in front. This will be taken in behind over for Janssen. Subban to go grab it. Subban will. And right in there. Sure. Fox a shot. Saved by Blackwood. Rangers cannot keep in, and this puck will bounce all the way into the New York end, as it will be an icing against New Jersey. The Devils had never had a defenseman to score at least 1 point in each of their 3 career games, and we're talking about not Stevens because he didn't play his first game in New Jersey, but Niedermeyer, Rafalski, all those guys. They had never had a rookie to do that. Ty Smith becomes the first in New Jersey history. And I didn't like that he didn't make the team last year. I thought he should have made the team at his Spokane City with the Chiefs. But he comes in and he deserves it. Here's Strome. Shoots, and that one wide. Final minute of play in New York. Palmieri went for it. Sharangovich goes down. Rangers backhand off the glass. A good pass here is Strome. Up in front and taken away by Tennyson. Tennyson and shot into the middle. Back over to Palmieri, who shoots in as well. Rangers pile drive this into the Devil zone. Dmitry Kulikov and Wood backhands this in. Will this be icing? It will. 21.5 to go. Puck is back in the Rangers zone. Miles Wood, the 7th Devil ever to have a 3-goal streak to start a season. We're heading to Detroit in about 21 seconds. Devils move this to center. Sajak as well. Rangers shoot in. Back around for Blackwood. Backhanded Buchnevich. Kulikov from Buchnevich. Sajak backhands as well. Devils trying to get this out. The puck is bouncing. And it comes out. And we do not have the Elias Lindholm horror show from last night. Josh knows what I'm talking about. Devils 4, Rangers 2. It should be 5-2, but not so. We're going to the second intermission. The Devils are 20 minutes away from a huge, huge win en route to their next 2 games in Nassau. Oh, no, don't tell me they scored. Yeah, we'll go right to that game. Hold on a second. I'm on the wrong app. I'm going to go right to it. I just made a weird mistake. Just give me a few seconds. I have these headphones that I'm using for the thing so I can hear the game better, and I'm currently untangling them, which is really annoying. It's not going to take forever. This entire headphone thing is completely going to take forever, but I just need a certain part of them untangled so I can put them around in my ears correctly. All right, here we go. Got it.
Send us a pic of your dots, and a tax pro will do the work. Or file online and get help if you need it. No matter how you choose to file, walk past your back.
I like the Flames every time except when they play Vancouver. Peter, what do you think the Canucks-Oilers game will be? If you mean when it will be, I can look that up. If you mean what it will be, I think the Canucks will win. I think they'll probably win 4-2, but that'll be a long time coming. All right, here we go.
2021-22 season, you'll get exclusive benefits. For more information, visit NewJerseyDevils.com/membership.
Score, yeah, I would assume 4-2, but again, that's a long way away. I don't think that's for some time. Columbus on their power play. Over to center, and they patrol. Tries to go to Pierre-Luc Dubois. Off and down there. Kept there by Foligno off the blue line. Pass to the slot. Bjorkstrand. Big save by Jonathan Bernier. And Bernier just robbed Oliver Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand had that goal yesterday. He also had that fight with Bobby Ryan. What a windmill glove save by the former King, Stanley Cup champion, Jonathan Bernier. I'm not a big fan of Jonathan Bernier, but he made a great save there. Alexander Texier to the left line, over to Zach Werenski. University of Michigan alum, and there's Max Domi. Domi, guarded down there. Pass it to the front. Glendening from his knees clears it to center. Back to center, Zach Werenski. Off to Domi. Oh, I love Jimmy Howard. Jimmy Howard's like probably my favorite American goalie of all time. Jimmy Howard's one of my favorite players. I just don't like Bernier. I might have said this on stream. I met Jimmy Howard last year at a Devils Red Wings game. And I got to... Here's a chance. Short-handed wouldn't go. And this should kill the power play. It will. Taken away, Dylan Larkin. Red Wings at full strength. Here's Mantha. Try to pass this in front. Never was able to. This blocked again. Here's Larkin. And Larkin was not able to get that. Texier with it. Daniel DeKaiser with the great play. Here's Philip Hronik. Tries to go over to Larkin. And Anthony Mantha. Off the left wall. Here's Mantha. Pitches in. Mantha will continue to move through. And a hit on Gavrikov. Here's Larkin. Off the backhand of the forehand. Do you think Gordie Howe should be retired? His number? His number is retired. Pass in front. Columbus stole it. And over to Gavrikov and shot that one wide. If you mean, league wide? Yeah, I think that actually would be a good idea. And you know what? Wayne Gretzky, who people have talked about 99 being retired wide, would be the first guy to say that. I would absolutely say Gordie Howe's number should be retired league wide. No question. Shot up, deflected high. The greatest Detroit Red Wing of all time, and I believe the third greatest hockey player of all time. Why third? Peter says because I have a controversial opinion that Marty Brodeur is better than Wayne Gretzky. Columbus in their own zone. Off the line, Emil Benstrom off of his stick. Best whaler ever? Ron Francis, no question. My favorite would be Brindamere, but Ron Francis, no question. Shot to Merzlikins, and he stopped Thakanya? Yeah. Bjorkstrand with a glove save there. I think it's a great. I think it would be a great petition. I'd love to see it. I mean, not many people's in the league. Not many people in the league anyway wear a number 9. There are a few, but it's not that it's retired even frowned upon. People just don't wear it, so it'd be a great number to just retire. Oh, Penguins tied it. Penguins have tied the game at 4-4. Wow, at the end of the second there. Oh yeah, Gordie Howe played for Hartford. I wouldn't say Gordie Howe though. I know he played for Hartford, but I don't think he's the greatest Whaler ever. Just that organization doesn't. I mean, if you want, like, oh, yeah, I mean, I guess so. But people forget this, and we did some trivia. We do trivia on this stream all the time. You can ask trivia questions whenever if you want for me. And Josh didn't know this, that Gordie Howe is actually. Oh no, not Gordie Howe. Never mind. Wrong player. I had a massive brain fart. I was thinking Ted Lindsay, not Gordie Howe, in Chicago. Gordie Howe also played for Houston Aeros, though. People probably know that, though. He was like, what, 43? No, not 43, because he was older than... No, he wasn't 40. He was 50-something, because he was older than Yager, and Yager's retired when he was like 46. He hasn't retired from professional hockey, but he retired from the National Hockey League when he was like 46. Elvis Merzlikins is awesome. He's auctioning off for like some dog, I don't know, dog proceed organization thing, but the mask he auctioned off has Crash the Bandicoot on it. One of my favorite games. One of the 3 Game Boy Advance games I still have that I told you about, Josh, in that conversation about the cartridge not working. Glendening, and this shot to the boards. Merzlikins taps it around. Who the heck are the Arrows? I don't know if they're still a team, but they used to be an ECHL team. And they used to be in the hockey league. I forget which one it was. The hockey league with Edmonton, Winnipeg, that expired at 1980. They used to be in that, so he went to Hartford after. WHA, yes, thank you. Western Hockey Association. Thank you for reminding me a fact I should know. Columbus to center, 3-on-2. Foligno passes in front. Back across to Bertuzzi, over to Mantha. Mantha pass to Foligno. Foligno shoots wide. Over to Lark. Wrong 71. Over to Foligno. Back to Stetcher. Stetcher with Vladislav Nemestikov and then Bertuzzi and Mantha. This puck goes all the way down and no icing because it just hit the stick of Bernier. This puck bounced around. Nemestikov looks for it. Here comes Larkin. Larkin shoots wide and kept there by the Red Wings. Here's Mark Stahl. Stahl, Nemestikov looking for it. Back over to Stetcher, shoots wide. And that off the glass as well. Puck is going to be torn all the way down. This should be icing. This will be icing against Columbus. 5:48 left in the second period. A 1-1 game. Jenner and Mantha, the goal scorers. Mantha for Detroit. Jenner, wow, for Columbus. Larkin hit the post there. That was a long-range bomb for him. He would have made it 2-1. His first goal since the second game against the Hurricanes. Yes, World Hockey Association. There's a shot. Sweat score! The Red Wings! Was it Bobby Ryan again? I think so. Bobby Ryan, Mr. Money, Mr. Red Wing. 2-1 Detroit. A shot through Merce Lincoln's right top bar, and Bobby Ryan is amazing. And that goes off the stick of Seth Jones and in. Red Wings 2, Blue Jackets 1. How about that? The crowd here is screaming, "Let's go Red Wings." You can hear it. It's like the old Joe. Blue Jackets pushing for a goal. They trail by a goal. Moving there for Gavrikov, and it's shot in. Multi-goal game would be huge. Bobby Ryan, man, I don't know what to tell you. This guy got signed for a 1-year contract. Better give him 3. What is going on? 2-on-1 for Columbus. Blue Jackets move in. Shoots wide. Emil Benstrom tried to score there. Here's Pierre-Luc Dubois off of Bernier. And Bernier stops the puck there and holds. The first Detroit Red Wing player ever to score 4 goals in his first 3 games is Bobby Ryan, not Sergei Fedorov, not Steve Yzerman, not Ted Lindsay, not Chris Draper, or Darren McCarty, or Vladislav Fetisov. No, Bobby Ryan, who owned the Red Wings in the playoffs when he was an Anaheim Duck. Wow. Yeah, give him a 53-year contract. That's right. Absolutely. He's been amazing, and he's scored goals in different ways. Scored off the faceoff, scored in the middle, scored off deflections. And this went off of Seth Jones' stick, too. But it was a good shot. So still waiting for this game to come back, and then still in the Detroit game. Oh, Flyers took a 1-0 lead against Buffalo in the second intermission now that game. Uh, 3-2. Jets did score a goal. Oh, Blackhawks tied it at 3. In that second period, I had to go through Patrick Kane, the goal. 1-0. Flyers are on a 6-on-4. I think I'm on a 5-on-4. Konechny with the 1 goal for Philadelphia. You called that one, Josh. The Winnipeg goal, so still 3-2. The go-ahead goal for Ottawa now is Galchenyuk. Let's go back to the Red Wings game. They lead by 1, Detroit does. Pass over to center. And goes over to Bernier. De Kaiser, that backhander off the left boards. Still a backhander through one off of the boards. There's Jones. And there's Werenski over to Bjorkstrand, shoots wide. Red Wings motor on across to center. Bertuzzi, Glendening. Glendening in front. Tried for Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi back there. Here's Foligno to shoot in. And taken away by Troy Stecher. Stetcher shot all the way down, and here's Glendening trying to pass in front. And he couldn't find an outlet. Max Domi, he made the deflection. That shot wide, and here comes Brome. Brome off the left circle. Cycles this over to Rasmussen. Philip Hronik. Pass that one over the boards. Bertuzzi goes to the bench. Here's Mantha. Mantha behind the net. Mantha back over to Hronik. Hronik fakes a shot. Now shoots in. Up high on Bobby Ryan. Oh, and that might have went crazy again. Off the backhand, Rasmussen. Tries to keep in, and then it's Rasmussen as well. Backhands in through. Rasmussen takes a hit. Here's Mantha. Backhands off the boards. And it controls to center. Here's Domi. GDD Games, I have no clue what any of that means. I have no clue what any of that means. You're going to have to explain that to me. All right. We'll be back to Detroit for the third period later. We've got a third period starting in New York between the Devils and the Rangers. So now they show the goal that was offside that Subban scored. Yeah, Josh, you're going to have to explain, Josh, GDD Games, you're going to have to explain to me what you were trying to tell me, because I'm confused. No, but what is like the MI part? Like, I don't know what that means. Aha. Michigan. Oh, well, okay, whatever. I guess that's cool. I'm sorry for calling you Josh. I know, I think you're just kidding, but Ravens 8 is Josh, and he's told me that's his name, so I say Josh a lot, and that's what I'm talking to. Puck it in behind, off the boards, and bank to center. Severson over to Wood, and here's Sajak, who shoots in behind. Rangers move through to center. Over to Subban. Back in front. Here's Subban working with some room. Shoots in. Also, once this game is over, I'll change the title of the video to the Blue Jackets Red Wings game. Sure, that'd be cool. In fact, while I do that, while this goes around, as Severson holds and tries to shoot, can't. I am going to actually put something to the stream chat, because I can do so now. Hold on a second. There we go. Rangers move to center. Good, big hit behind the play. Yeah, I just call you Josh since it's your name. Hold on a second. Why is there not an accountant here? Oh, no, I don't need to do anything here. Off of the rebound. I'm sorry, I was just looking at something. Devils keep it in. Here's Holds. Tennyson shoots off the glove. And then also Sharangovich. Back across. And there's the Rangers moving across as there's a stick broken at the bench. Pulling in the shot. Rebound loose. And it goes to the boards. The Devils switch to center. The reason I'm kind of sluggish here is because I'm also trying to do something. There we go. All right. Kevon Miller. Voted over to center. What you see there is my Discord, which Josh is in. If you want to join JDD Games, you can. We post about sports. We post when my streams are. Glove save there by Shesterkin, who has been put in. Yurgiev was pulled. We post even if you don't want to post about sports, we post you could post memes. You can post about video games or post about really anything you want. And it's a fun community that we've got on Discord. So that's my Discord. If you want to join, you can. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know about that. Also, knowing that, I'll try not to have any like weird or profanity discussions. Didn't know. But thank you for joining this stream. Here's Subban shooting up high. I don't anyway because I try to keep my YouTube streams clean anyway because since I'm trying to be a broadcaster, I want to be able to use them and be able to give them to people and broadcasters and it not be like weird, like, like shit posting. I don't want to do that. Like I like streamers that do that, but that's just not me on YouTube. Sajak against Howden. Sajak over to Wood. Shot in by Subban. And here's Sajak off the left wall. Sajak drop past Subban. Backhander in front and walked away. And since we're talking actually about ages and stuff, I'm 20, going to turn 21 in March. And I believe Josh is like 21 or 22. I'm not positive. Shot in around into the Rangers zone. Bachfist a shot. Glove down by Shesterkin.
Waiting in the wings. 2010 Lou Lamoriello draft pick of these New Jersey Devils.
Here's a pass off the boards and control to the line. Shot off the boards as well and still controlled. Devils Islanders, we talked about that later. Oh, poke check. Almost was good for the Rangers for a breakaway. Almost was dangerous for the Devils, but good play by Kulikov to get this out. And the defensive strength that the Devils have been more consistent defensively has really helped them. There's Scott Wedgwood. He signed with the Devils on October 11th. He was a former New Jersey Devil and a very tenured player, and he is back in New Jersey as the backup. Here is Hughes, and a 2-on-1 has Severson. Can't find him. Hughes motored in with a 2-on-1. Yeah, they're turning the puck over a lot, though, but the Rangers are as well. And here comes McLeod offside. Excuse me, Kulikov offside. Oh, no. It's a too many men on the ice penalty against New Jersey. So the Rangers, who have not scored a goal 5-on-5, but are 2 for 2 in the power play, are going to try to go 3 for 3. Jack Hughes will take the penalty. So that's a disciplined play by him as well. That's an actual disciplined play because anybody can take the too many men call. He'll take the penalty as a guy to say, you know what? We screwed up there. I'll take the penalty for us. Rangers keep in. Broken stick, and that's a Devil who broke it. So it's a 5-on-3 until a stick can be had. And now he gets a new one, and the puck is cleared. Here's Fox. It was Sajak with a deflection to get the puck out of the zone. Moving it in front for Strome. Rangers control. Chris Kreider. Kreider a shot. Glove save by Blackwood. Backhand off the boards. Rangers keep in. Panarin. Fox off the right circle. Shot in front and off the backhand. Takes a big hit from Tennyson. And this banked off the boards as well. Controlled over to Panarin, a backhander. In front, Subban still battles with it. And Kulikov as well. Here's Fox to Panarin. Panarin a shot. Former Blue Jacket, and it was stopped wide. Over to Fox. Panarin. Back in front off of Blackwood. They can't really play, though, because the stick is lost and you use a stick a lot to deflection. You can block shots, but the puck usually goes to the same area. So if it blocks off a knee or an elbow, the guy's still probably down because he's hurting. And if he blocks a skate, then he physically can't move. So I still call it 5-on-3. Lemieux back off the boards and throw in the center. Controlled by Lafreniere, who sits on the left circle. In this game, Lafreniere, no points. Hughes, 3, including 2 goals. Devils will steal this away. Devils' first win of the year. Last year, Miles Wood shot save made by Georgiev. Devils' first win last year came against... That wasn't Wood, actually. That was Bastian. But Devils' first win last year came against the Rangers at home. This is big. 13:49 left in the third period. Devils 4, Rangers 2. Yeah, that's fair. 5-on-3.5.
At BMW, we didn't make just one SUV, we made the ultimate range SUV. Unmatched power, luxury, and performance. BMW X-Range is prepared for any road you travel. No matter who you are, no matter where you're going, no matter what's next, there's an X to take you there. Hurry and release 2021 BMW X3 X-Drive 30i for $399 per month. If there was a world championship for this, I'd be a sports legend. I'd be a household name. But there isn't. I wouldn't do anything different if there was.
They're still waiting here. Commercial right now. So that means we can look at the scores.
Customizes your home insurance. Here's one that'll really... Customized home insurance from Liberty Mutual. Only pay for what you need.
4-4 with 13:21 in the third in an epic between the Penguins and the Capitals. 3-2 Senators still 10:33 in the third, 12:03 in the third. Philadelphia still up 1-0. You still got a tie game in Florida. They're talking about the third Hughes assist. the third point by Hughes. The pass to Wood. Pomerian behind, tries to stuff in front. That puck never got through. Good hit on the boards. Still controlling. 13:35 to go in the third period. Devils 4, Rangers 2. Trouba in his own end. Here is Hughes over to Sharangovich. And this pass goes all the way down to Blackwood. Devils spin to the boards. Good pass by Hughes to Sharangovich. And the Rangers take this away. Pavel Buchnevich. Controlling Buchnevich. Hit there, and the puck comes loose over to Blackwood. Score. Hedel. And the first 5-on-5 goal by the Rangers. And they cut to within a goal. Hedel or Bachvist was there, and he just couldn't deflect it. So Philip Hedel screaming, "Let's go!" Now has his team within a goal. 4-3, New Jersey. Back off the boards. And here come the Rangers. Kreider shoots this through. Taken by PK Subban. Lifts this one across. A hit by Sajak. Now Bachvist. Fends off the hit. Sajak from Kavan Miller, and now Wood with his stick there. Rangers shoot this to the boards. There's Subban. Subban motoring it across. Shoots it off the boards. And banked this through. The first 5-on-5 goal of the game for the Rangers, and scored by Philip Hedel. Everybody knows since he was in the playoffs about Bavillier, but you really need to learn about Philip Hedel. This guy's awesome. Over for Sharangovich. Shooting! Save made Yurgiev. Or, excuse me, I kept saying Yurgiev a bunch of times. Shesterkin. That's right, they got a new goaltender. Puck up in the air and out of play. So the next game in New York, we know the Islanders, the Flyers, and then the Devils are going. Devils actually going to have the Islanders at home, and then they'll have the Flyers at home. But then they have to go to Buffalo. That'll be an interesting one. That Saturday I'll be definitely be able to do that. Good. Also, I want to let you guys know if any of you are interested. I just was looking at some of the standings in college basketball. I know you guys aren't really too into that, but my team, University of Michigan, is one of the best teams in the nation. They have they're 7th ranked in the nation, and they've only lost once, and that was like the other night. So in March Madness, when they play, I'll be live streaming their games for sure. Unless it coincides with classes, I'll be definitely live streaming their games in like the Big Ten Championship and the NCAA tournament. Here's Panarin, wheels it out after the Devils missed the net. Where is it? Where did you put it? I don't see it. I don't see the Red Wing animation. Subban back and behind. I also don't do a lot of animation. I don't really know how it works. Hughes in front. Hughes controls. Jack Hughes shoots. Bumped into the goaltender. And he's down, and the puck is still loose. And Trouba went into his own net, and that was it. The link above you. You haven't sent a link, I don't see. I don't see a link. Back, here's Hughes behind the net. Hughes, pass to the line, and this will go over to Bachvist. Okay. I'll do that after the stream. You know, I can do it now. Shesterkin pushed up for a save, and that was good for him. He didn't play well against the Islanders, but he's playing well here. Wood, and here's Severson. And motoring it through, over for Wood. Miles Wood controlling. Rangers move it. Chris Kreider. Kreider around Tennyson. And then looks for some space. Shoots! Over the glove. You wonder also if Lindy Ruff is telling his Devils players, hey, I know all these Rangers guys. These are how they play. These are how they shoot, especially the Ranger defensemen, because he coached them for a few seasons. Rangers move in. Here's a chance of backhander. Went wide. And stifled off the puck. And are they calling a penalty here against the Devils? As Lemieux went in. Yes, they are. New York to a power play with 9:15 to go, only trailing by a goal to the Devils. Oh, nice. I see it, and I just subscribed. That's good to use. I think I'll use that for some other things. And that's kind of cool to use for like, screen recording, but I don't screen record because I'm not like a top tier streamer like that. But if I wanted to get into that, that's great. I appreciate that. I just found it. I will, so I just saw it. Nice. I appreciate that. It's awesome. And as I just said, I just subscribed to your channel from Peter Flyfoot, and I'm going to sign out and then subscribe.
Did you know an Energy Star certified dishwasher uses less than 4 gallons per cycle, while a Planet Sink uses that every 2 minutes? That means even small loads can save water. So why not do it? Run your dishwasher every night with Cascade Platinum, the surprising way to save water.
Well, the Devils are going to find themselves having to kill an all-important penalty here. The penalty kill, which has had a tough go these first 3 games, has a chance to really do an opportunity here. Ty Smith is on for 2 minutes, I believe, for holding on Lemieux. And guys, I'm telling you, it's a great way. You got 9 minutes left for the penalty kill to feel like, hey, they contributed in this game. They've already given up 2 penalties.
Yep, I just subscribed. I just subscribed with both accounts to your channel. Rangers on the power play. Fox a shot and a save by Blackwood. 6 seconds into the man advantage. .909 to go on the third. Back over to Panarin. And there's Zibanejad off his feet. Taken away. Sajak was trying to go for a breakaway, but the defense played well for the Devils there. And he shoots this over to the boards. Severson will take some time and then put this into the Ranger zone. Good penalty kill by the Devils, who were absolutely horrendous last year. I can't even recall how many power play goals I saw on TV and power play goals I saw at home against the Devils, like at Devil games. Fox to Panarin on the left wing. Yeah, I was talking to Josh. We just subbed. There's a shot up high by Zibanejad and deflected. And that's a shot. Oh, that didn't even deflect. That just airmailed. Where I see. No, it hits Subban a bit, and then it hits the glove of Blackwood. So we swatted that out. Yeah, you're definitely welcome. Anyone who supports this channel or just is, a good person, I'm going to definitely support. There's Fox. Backhands in front. And I saw you had a Nashville animation, too. That's pretty cool. There's a shot off the corner by Zibanejad where he's money from, and he could not score. Fox at center. 52 seconds remaining on the Ranger power play. Panarin. And he boots this through as well. Nice, Josh. Good. Fox to Panarin. Panarin back to Fox. Back to Panarin. Pass into the middle. Shot wide. Kreider. The Rangers have trailed by multiple goals twice. Over to Panarin. To Fox. Shoots. Rebound in front. They can't jam it home. And it goes to center ice to Fox. Devils make line changes. Final chance for the Ranger power play. Artemi Panarin. To Fox. To Panarin. To Fox. To Panarin. Shoots. High. And out of play. With 7:15 to go in the third. And I believe the penalty was killed by the Devils there. So that was Strome who also made a pass. And this is Strome that time for Zibanejad, where he just missed the net and Blackwood went down. It looked like he missed the net. And there's Panarin also missing the net there. So many chances for the Rangers. I try to use feed, and the reason, and I told you this yesterday's stream, the reason I don't use the feed is because I've gotten copyrighted, and I actually didn't tell you this. I've gotten copyrighted twice on the same day. Well, not the same day like that, but the first time I started streaming, I streamed a game with coverage, the Bruins and the Blues. Calm down, not the Stanley Cup final game, but the regular season first game they had played October 20th, 2019. And they didn't let me stream until January 20th, 2020. Then I was doing the World Series because I do football too. I don't know if you like football as well. I do other sports. I do football, NBA playoff games, a bunch of other sports. And January 20th, I was doing October 20th, I was doing the World Series, I believe game 1, and I got canned the very same day, a year later, almost at the exact same time. So tomorrow I'll also be on Peter Fifitt because it's the 24-hour thing, but Thursday stream we're going to be on the Puck Drops here for hopefully as long as possible. Football is Super Bowl? What? No, I'll be doing the conference games though. I'll be doing the conference games on Saturday. There's a Chicago-Detroit game, I believe, early on Sunday, and then I'm going to go right into the conference games, the NFC Championship between Green Bay and Tampa Bay, and the AFC Championship game between Kansas City and Buffalo. Also, if you're wondering for football, I don't know, go Tampa Bay. Who are your NFL teams? My teams are the Giants and the Texans. Josh likes the Ravens and the Giants. And he hates Tom Brady. Rangers continue in the Devils zone. And the Devils get into the Rangers zone. So what's your team, GDD Games? I just follow Tom Brady. Oh, no. Oh, this is going to be fun. Josh absolutely hates Tom Brady. And you're a Tom Brady guy. Okay. I like Tom Brady, but I know that this is going to be great. Icing coming up against the Devils, against Kyle Palmieri. That's funny, though. Yeah. No, I like Tom Brady. Never really had an issue with him. And as a Giants fan, I don't have to because we beat him twice in the Super Bowl. That was a crazy NFL season for the Giants, and then just a really bad one for Houston. Oh, that's the other thing. He hates Brady. The player he hates more than Brady in the NHL in all sports is Brad Marchand. Josh does. Fox backhand over to Panarin. Panarin pass in front. Kreider wide open, missed the net. Point blank range. Here's Lindgren. Gives to the right wall. Zibanejad. It's like a power play. It's not. Panarin off the left circle. Oh, you also don't like Brad Marchand. I can stand Marchand. I'm okay with him. Kreider, Palmieri off to the boards. And then controlled. Fox, the one player, and I know he's a great player, but the one player I assume you would also not like, Josh, though, that we all really don't like, even though I know his greatness and I respect him, I just don't like him, is Sidney Crosby. Here's Kreider in there. Fox spins. Fox shoots! Wide. Oh, no, that was stopped by Blackwood. And here's Panarin. Over for a chance by Lindgren, blocked. Rangers keep it going in the zone. This is a test. They were talking about the penalty. No, this is the test for the Devils. Kulikov to Severson. Severson flips it out, and very tired Devils players make a change. This will not be icing, so they can stay on the bench. Here's Hughes onto the ice. Do I watch NASCAR? I do not. I do not watch NASCAR. I watch football, college basketball, NFL, hockey, NHL the most. I watch and follow baseball and basketball a little bit, but I don't really watch the MLB and the NBA as much. There's a shot in and wide. Here is Stahl. Stahl plays to the Red Wings. Oh my goodness, again. Back behind the goal. Here's Buchnevich. Penalty coming up, I believe, against the Devils. Yes, there will be. Rangers to another power play. We'll see how much time will be left in the game when they have the power play. Zacha will touch. 3:24 to go in the third period. The Rangers are going to another power play. 3:24 left in the third. All right. Let's take a look at how the other games are going, because they should be late in their periods. 4:30 left in the third. Still 4-4 between the Caps and the Penguins. Oh, the Blue Jackets tied it at 2. I did not know that when we were away. Alexander Texier. Jets have been battling hard. They finally get rewarded, guys. They tie the game. Josh Morrissey for Blake Wheeler and Mark Scheifele. Flyers got another goal there, 2-0 against Buffalo. Jacob Voracek. Well, the Sabres cut the lead in half and spoiled the shutout. As you know, the Flyers shutout the Sabres shutout was foiled last night. Blackhawks and Panthers very close to going to overtime. 1:14 left, still tied at 4 between those two teams. Texier is a good player. I like him. I believe one of two players in the National Hockey League that are French, but not French-Canadian. They're French. They're from France. The other one being Pierre-Edouard Bellemare, who plays for the Avalanche. Telling us now in MSG to stick for the Devils post-game. We shall not do that such thing. So I also got to hit this remote ready for when this game is over. Rangers to the power play. 43 saves by Blackwood. He's let in 3. This game was started by Alexander Georgiev. He was pulled, and Shesterkin has held the fort. Here's Panarin shooting wide. Devils have to get a kill. Great clear off the backhand. Over to Shesterkin. And I know this Devils team is new and young, but they've got some experienced veterans who know what to do in a penalty kill against big-time NHL players on a big-time NHL power play. Here's Chris Kreider. Devils clear. When does Shesterkin leave is the question. So many games, 1-goal games, 2-goal games where the goalie leaves. Over to Kreider. Kreider the pass. Back to the line. Pass in front. Shot. Oh, that's circled wide. Panarin. Got it back off the left circle. Here's Artemi Panarin, and it went over to Fox. Fox, Panarin, big shot, and that wristed wide. Final minute of play in the power play. 2:23 left in the third period. 2:24 actually. Fan pass to Kakko. Now Kakko gets it, and he pitches this around as there are new line changes being made. Pavel Buchnevich gains the puck again. Here's Kreider. Chris Kreider to Buchnevich. Got it on a long from Trouba. Back to Trouba. Shoots! Save. Subban got it out. Panarin still with it. Final 2 minutes of play in the game. Trouba lofted it to the right circle. Devils lead by a goal. They're killing this. There's a shot. Buchnevich. Puck lofted up high. Buchnevich. Zacha. Jurgovich. The Devils can't clear it. And going down was Subban to try to get it out. Devils still can't get the puck out. Here is Trouba to the left circle. Artemi Panarin. Panarin. Yes, sure, if you want to. Yes, sure. Devils and Canucks would be the other two for my teams on hockey. That shot stopped. There's Trouba. Trouba shoots. Save. And Subban blocked it. He went down. Rangers still motoring it in. 1:15. Shesterkin should be leaving. Don't know why it's still there. Doorstep. And the penalty is over. And the Devils clear. And now they've got a chance. The net is empty. He did clear. He did go out. Devils looking for the empty netter here. Pushing into the Rangers zone. It's Bastian who was looking for it. Bastian still battling. Zacha. Final minute of play in the game. Here's Sajak. Travis Sajak will look for his second goal of the game. Remember, Hughes could get a hat trick here. Rangers go to center. Lemieux. Brendan Lemieux off the right side dumps in. Pitched in behind. 30 seconds left. This is cleared down the ice. No icing against New Jersey. Rangers move it to center. 22 seconds to go in the third period. Buchnevich over to Hedl. Over to Lemieux. Hedl still tries. Devils shoot down the ice. It is going wide. Will it be icing? Yes. Fox will touch it, and I think the Rangers are going to call timeout here with 11.8 seconds to go in the third period. They still have life. As there was Zibanejad making just fell pretty bad. One more clear or to get this out. Josh, don't want to talk about it, even though the game ended well for our team, but we know what a late faceoff can do. Remember, 5 seconds left. Game 2, Blues and Canucks. Things can happen. In regulation, too, talking about specifically. Thank God that they won that game. I actually I had earplugs in, and I broke the headphones. That's how angry I was when Pietrangelo Perron got that tip. But thankfully, Bo Horvat, and the rest is history. They blare Anthrax into this, I believe it's Anthrax, forget which metal band, into this stadium as Zibanejad still clutching his shoulder on the bench. Yeah, I know. I was really upset, though. Devils win the faceoff, and instead of just clearing, they'll just hold off the glass. Rangers have 5 seconds. They get it back. Fox, they got to get in soon and get a shot. Here's a backhander. Wide. Devils win. Blackwood with a great win, a 4-3 victory over the Rangers. What a win for the Rangers, and let me get this Red Wings game on. Just give me a second here. And should be good to go. Oh, no. Here we go. Nope. And ready. We'll put on the game and we'll get ready to go. I will definitely. No, I'm definitely turning it on now. I know. That's what you really we're here for. I'm just this TV loads a little bit. Pittsburgh and Washington are heading to overtime. Jets won in overtime over Ottawa. Must have been early. Florida and Chicago are right in overtime. I have a lot of stuff to upload. 7:43 left in the third. 2-2 between the Red Wings and the Blue Jackets. Oh no, the P. All right, we'll see. I wonder what just happened because you said, "Oh no." We'll find out. The Pens. Oh, did they win? Let's see. All right, this is a commercial right now, but once they get back, I'll broadcast it. Oh, I thought you meant like they won it. Yeah, Jets won in overtime 4-3. Must have been really early. Game-winning goal scored by Nikolai Ehlers. It was only like a minute 20 in. It wasn't terribly early. That's their second overtime win of the year. Also, Sabres outshoot the Flyers, actually. 40 shots. They didn't play bad, but they get shut out 3-0. Also, Panthers just won in overtime. 5-4 off of the stick of Frank Vatrano. Frank the Tank, as they call him in Florida. So we got 2 games ongoing until in about 17 minutes the other game starts. Short highlights from last night. And also this Bobby Rangel. The Kings game between Avalanche. And we'll know. Penguins just won it in overtime. Pittsburgh just won it in overtime. Yevgeny Malkin's first goal of the year from Letang and Crosby. So the Penguins come back and beat the Capitals at home in overtime. So until that game starts, this will be the last game ongoing. Here is Atkinson shooting this one wide. Goes behind Bernier. Over to Philip Hronek. Back to Bertuzzi. Good pass. Red Wings were down 1-0. Tied it at 1. We're up 2-1. And then they gave up the lead. 2-2. Red Wings have not gone to overtime at all this year. They have not won a home overtime game since in this building against the Toronto Maple Leafs all the way back in 2019. In fact, no, it wasn't even in 2019. It was late in 2018. There's a shot on goal. Save off Larkin. They won one overtime game last year. Dennis Cholowski blast in Anaheim. There's a good hit out in front, over for Bertuzzi, and he passed it for Stetcher. Stetcher backhands in. Mantha with a big hit. Turn backhand run! That was Dylan Larkin, and he just couldn't get the puck. There, here's Danny DeKeyser. Red Wings trying to be more conditioned as the third period went around, which they were not last afternoon, whatever you want to call it. Larkin off the puck. Good hit. Here's Dylan Larkin. Moves and shoots high. Good hit by DeKeyser. Danny DeKeyser there. Mantha still digging away at it. And he sends this puck wide off. Larkin makes a play. And here's Gagne. Gagne to pass to Larkin. Blue Jackets intercept off of the stolen feed. Oh, because the Penguins won? Yeah. Hawks suck this year. Yeah, I know, which I'm happy that they do though as a Blackhawks fan. The Kaiser. Back over to center. Red Wings and Hawks Friday. That'll be the only stream of the night, only game stream of the night for Friday. As well as I just remembered I have to update this stream name if I can. Oh, here we go. You said F? Yeah. Oh. In fact, speaking of Detroit and Chicago, Detroit playoff series in the Western Conference was against Chicago. We'll talk about how that ended. That'll be the first road game for Detroit in the United Center against the Blackhawks. I just changed the stream name. Just like that. Here's Patrick Nemeth. They pushed it on around where Seth Jones was. And Emil Benstrom. And back across for Larkin. Larkin shoots that in and sticked away. Here's a hit by Bertuzzi. There's Broman. Off the line, kept in. Hronek will not shoot. He was thinking of doing it. Here's Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi was dynamite last year, but has had a rocky start this year. Glendening gives it across. Hronek, a shot! Traffic in front, and they could not get through. Patrick Nemeth trying to shoot this puck in front as well. Nemeth had one game-winning goal last year. Goal against the Edmonton Oilers in this building. Pierre-Luc Dubois to go get the puck. He's got Foligno there as well. And the puck lanced in front, over and behind. Over for Bertuzzi to play it back for Broman. Here's Broman to the line. To Hronek, a shot. And that one went wide, and it's Broman again. Broman pass in the middle. Back over to Patrick Nemeth. To Hronek. Hronek to Broman. Broman holds. Over to Nemeth. Nemeth, a shot up high. Red Wings try to keep in. It goes to center, and most of the Red Wings will change, but Hronek will stay on the ice. 2:57 to go in the third. No, he didn't score the winner. Hey, we ever do NHL 21 streams? Do not do that. I actually just got NHL 21 as a late gift. I didn't even have it till like a few days ago. Again, I would have to know how to screen record, so I'm not just putting my phone on my computer facing the screen. I might do it. It's going to be something I have to think about, but that'd be a cool thing. Rasmussen tries to wrap it in. This puck is loose, and Merzlikins is on it. And Josh, you're wrong. Crosby did not score the winner. It was Malkin. 2:29 left in the third. And we'll be back.
Hockey fans, gear up at NHLShop.com. The largest assortment of NHL fan gear anywhere. Every NHL team and all the players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
All right. Still waiting here. Oh, I have the wrong hat on. I completely missed that. Hey, you know what? It's good luck. Good luck. So that was the goal by Mantha to tie it. They're showing, and then this Bobby Ryan, who's a little shaken up, and he's been so good in this game. Ryan, Larkin, Mantha to Kaiser to play defense. And the Blue Jackets get it out to center. Over to Jenner. Shot off the wings. Bernier controlled that rebound. Oh, that was bobbling, and that was scary for a moment. But he gets it out. And Larkin to Ryan. Ryan holds. Off the puck, here's Larkin to the Kaiser. And that was a weird pass because it went offside. Now, when I said scary, just to emphasis on that, not scary like an injury, just like, because there's a Red Wings fan in that looking at it. 1:52 to go in the third period. It is 2-2. And it's a shot that went wide by Foligno. Back across by Jenner. Jenner has it to the line and shot this one around for Bernier. And there's Patrick Nemeth. And also to play to get that stick away. Here comes Philip Hronek. Backhands this one through and hit Merzlikins. And shot off the boards. And back off the line as well. Controlled there by Bernier. Over to Patrick Nemeth. He hands it off to Philip Hronek, who shoots in. And it goes to Merzlikins, who gloves down and holds with 61 seconds remaining. And this is Philip Hronek, who just slaps this puck in right to the glove of Merzlikins. And Detroit has a history, not in this building, but does have a history of seeing shots from center ice go in. Lidstrom twice against Vancouver in the playoffs, Nashville in the playoffs, and Yzerman in the old Joe down the street against the Blues. 57 seconds left and an offside call, I believe, against the Blue Jackets. Nick Glendening off and back away, shot in behind. Remember, Anthony Mantha has a flair for the dramatic in late moments. He did it against Vegas with less than a minute to go and Dallas less than a minute to go last season. One of the bright spots of an abysmal year for the Red Wings. Bernier scoops it up in his glove and keeps hold with it, which is what he should do anyway.
Studios, the Red Wings and Chicago Blackhawks. Your coverage begins at 7:30. That's Friday night, Wings and Blackhawks. 7:30 on Fox Sports Detroit with Red Wings Live.
Yeah, definitely bring back Joe Louis. I can't wait. I'm so excited for, I believe, the greatest stadium in all sports. I'm so excited for Friday's game between Chicago and Detroit. I am just hyped up for it. As this is an icing coming up against the Red Wings, I believe. Yes. 30 seconds left. Also, happy 20th anniversary to the Columbus Blue Jackets when they started play in the 2000 and 2001 season, the year where my Devils went to the Cup final. But they have done very well, the Blue Jackets, in the last few seasons, and I think for real, one of the teams that's definitely going to make a push I think one day they'll win. I don't know when, but one day they're definitely going to go to the Stanley Cup final. This is a good franchise, what they've got going. Bertuzzi shoots in behind. And here's Larkin, who falls down. Mantha keeps in, backhands it over. Blue Jackets at center, and they'll be content to go to overtime. We've got another overtime game coming. Columbus and Detroit. They swap leads at certain points of the game, being down and being up. Columbus went up 1-0, tie. Detroit went up 2-1, then tie. And we'll see who scores the final goal to end this game. In the last game of the 4-game homestand for Detroit, they are 1-2 so far in this home series. Yep, 1 point. Detroit got another point. That's their third point of the season. Also, how do the Devils and the Red Wings have more points than Vancouver? That I don't get. Hopefully the Canucks can figure out something.
Hockey fans, gear up at NHLShop.com. The largest assortment of NHL fan gear anywhere. Every NHL team and all the players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com.
It's early in the season. That's super early, so it doesn't really mean that much. The middle of the season, you're going to kind of figure out who are the real teams and who are not the real teams. And some of these teams that are hot, that are good now, but were kind of bad last year and don't have as much experience, may make the playoffs, but they're not going to be a top team in the league. The top teams we expected are going to be the top teams. It'll even out. Vancouver will be good. Calgary, Toronto, Tampa Bay. Well, Tampa Bay is great right now.
Game, which they all are this season. Boy, this is an opportunity they can't let slip away. The next games are on the road. That makes this one that much more important for the conclusion. We were Jordan Cunningham. Thank you, Keith. Yeah, the next two are in Chicago Friday, and then on Sunday. These personnel decisions now are going to be.
Here come the Red Wings. Columbus's last overtime game that they've played, I don't remember. I know it was last year. The Red Wings' last overtime game that they won was against Anaheim in Anaheim. The last one they won at home was, as Bertuzzi dangling there in his own zone, was at home against Toronto. And here's Larkin moving up. Larkin holds, shoots, and that deflected wide. Score! Red Wings win! 15 seconds in, their first win of the season with overtime win at home since they beat the Leafs, and Bertuzzi is going to deflect this in. Red Wings win! I'll watch it again for you. I think it's Bertuzzi's goal, not Larkin's. The person who didn't dive, Seth Jones. Seth Jones was the guy, and if I'm confused on who. Seth Jones is the one who didn't dive. The one on Bertuzzi is Atkinson. So if you're wondering so it's going to be Bertuzzi tip-in to win this game. What a win. So as I was saying, Detroit they haven't won an overtime game since last year against Anaheim in Anaheim. Here's the big thing. They hadn't been in overtime at home since they lost to the Penguins because Crosby tip-in. They haven't won a home overtime game since December of 2018 against the Toronto Maple Leafs when Danny DeKeyser scored. So Tyler Bertuzzi, the first home overtime goal in 1.5 years. Huge goal. And a great goal. Garbage play. Yeah, I apologize. I'm sorry for your Blue Jackets. I mean, that was tough. But For Columbus, which player did you want to dive? Was it the one on Larkin or the one on Bertuzzi? Because if it was the one on Larkin, it was Seth Jones, who's great defensively but doesn't usually dive. If it was the one on Bertuzzi, that's Cam Atkinson, which you would have think he would have dived. Dove. Not speaking proper English. Dove. But there you go. All right, so both probably. So here's the play again. So right there's a shot on Merzlikins, and it just goes right off of the arm of Bertuzzi and in the net. Great shot by Larkin, and then just it bounced right to Bertuzzi, who scores. And we talked about Bertuzzi's had a fantastic regular season last year, but he's had a really bad start to the year. I don't know. It was his first goal of the season, and it's an overtime winner. And from the captain, Red Wings 3, Blue Jackets 2. All right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Predictions. We'll do predictions right now, and then I'm going to call it quits and get ready for tomorrow's 10 o'clock stream for the Canadians and the Canucks. Also, Canucks is my team, not the Canadians, if you were going to make the glowing screen, whatever, those animations. All right. So, GDD games, Columbus, not Columbus, his other team, Edmonton Oilers against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Okay. GDD games, Edmonton Oilers versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. Anybody can do this. I'm gonna say 3-2 Oilers in overtime. McDavid. What do you say, Josh? Oilers 6-5 in overtime. Draisaitl for McDavid. Okay, I can't remember the Caps game not a few years ago, last year. San Jose versus St. Louis. 3-1 Sharks. Game winner. Game winner is going to be scored by Timo Meier. That's my call. Sharks 3. Blues 1. Timo Meier. So what's your call, Josh? Sharks 3-0 Couture. Okay. You like the Couture for game-winning goals. Minnesota against Anaheim. 4-1 Wild. Game-winning goal, Parise. Good Sharks. Wild 5-3 Spurgeon. Okay. Coyotes. Coyotes versus Vegas. I say the Golden Knights win 3-0. Game-winning goal. Game-winning goal going to be scored by Marchessault.
Mixing lines up even more. We saw a lot of
of different combinations out there, and they responded. They needed that shakeup to get that offense going.
Let's bring in our friend Mickey Redmond. Boy, this is good stuff. When this young team begins to come together, we're not trying to put the cart ahead of the horse here, but this is fun.
Vegas 4-3 and shootout Stone. Okay. Canucks and Canadians. 4-3. Not in overtime, but 4-3. Vancouver. The guy who always passes is going to shoot on the power play, going to score on the power play from the right circle. The Swedish god, Elias Pettersson. The game winner for the Canucks. So that's what I call there. That'll be the only game for tomorrow that we'll do. So it'll be a 10 o'clock start stream for me, and I'm not sure GDD Games, if you want to watch that one. I'm not sure where you're from, but if you are from like Ohio East Coast, then 10 o'clock Eastern for you too. 7 o'clock Pacific for Josh. So that'll be tomorrow. You are from Ohio. Okay. All right. Good to know for that. Yeah, so that will be, so 10 o'clock Eastern, that'll be Montreal and Vancouver, and we'll see then. So I'm just waiting. I'm gonna end the stream once Josh gives me his final score and game-winning goal for the Canucks and the Canadians for the first home game of the year.
Many chances offensively. You get the sense that kind of the second and third period, they kind of got comfortable with these lines because Blashill continued to mix them up as the way I saw it throughout the rest of the game.
Well, it was interesting that all three of those guys.
I'm just waiting for that.
The big line. They separated all three of them, scattered them through.
All right, I'll see you.
And two of the three guys score goals tonight. And Larkin sets up the one by Bertuzzi. So obviously the right move, a good move at the right time for Jeff Blashill to make. Whether they'll be back together, on Friday in Chicago, only time will tell. They get a couple days off here, which is a bit unique in playing this game.
You know what? If he wants to tell me later, it's fine. I'm gonna. All right, I think he left anyway, so I'll see you. Good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow, 10 o'clock. Oh, 3-1 Vancouver, Horvat hat trick. I must have missed it. Yeah, I missed it. Okay. Good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow at 7 o'clock, 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern for Montreal and Vancouver. From Vancouver. Good night, everybody. Happy hockey, everybody.